Hello, everybody. Good day. How goes it? What up, my homies? How's it going? Today, I did not get a whole lot of time to play Minecraft because I was very busy at my other job, and I was trying to get some Subnautica stuff done as well. When I got a little bit, but not a lot. But I haven't done much progress in here at all. Basically, I logged in just in time to have a creeper blow up part of this area next to me right now. The chest and this cable, and it blew up some of this stuff. And I, for the life of me, could not remember how I had this built. I had to come up with a new way. But yeah, back in now. I'm going to work on some stuff and some things and some other things. I'm going to chat about some streaming Sky Factory 4 options, which you guys would like to see. But hey, either way, thanks for coming by and hanging out. Lots of folks popping in there today. Hey, how's it going? Muse, Mystique, Turtle, hello, Sean, Pulse, Muttley, Lego Master, hello, Grape is cool, Teresa, hello, Teresa. Subnautica went very well. So far, I haven't come across much that's different from the original playthrough, although things do work a little better, and I think it's a little brighter. I did come across one thing after this stream. There's signs you could put on the wall to label things. And it used to be you couldn't put them on the wall. Oh, what's that? Hey, Fuchi! Thank you very much. I appreciate money, hello. Hello to you back. Thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate it. Oh, goodness. But the signs couldn't stick on walls. You had to hang them from the roof. They fixed that. They stick on walls. It's incredibly nice. It's such a small thing, it makes a huge difference. But yeah, thank you very much. I'm in a particularly good mood. Why, you might ask? I don't know. Oh, I do know. I'm just kidding. So sometimes when you eat something very tasty, it'll put you in a good mood. And I was in already a pretty good mood. But right before the stream today, I tried something new. As many of you know, I had weight loss surgery years ago, and at that point, I started living a very high protein, low-carb life. And while I've not stuck to it, obviously, I still try to do that whenever possible. A few weeks ago, I was eating an enchilada when I started this stream. I told everybody a company named Real Good makes it. Microwavable meal, toss it in just like any others. But instead of a tortilla, it's wrapped in chicken, a thin, pounded out piece of chicken, and it's delicious. They also make chicken crust pizzas. They make which is basically a chicken cordon bleu, but it's chicken, ham, and cheese wrapped in bacon. They have cauliflower crust pizza and stuff too. A lot of good stuff. Well, at the store this week, I found something brand new. Chicken lasagna bowl. Imagine a lasagna, ricotta cheese, mozzarella cheese, all the classic sauces. But instead of every layer of pasta, it's a thin layer of chicken. That's just more meat. If you can add more meat to your food, that is a win. I'm not going to lie. This thing is freaking delicious. 11 carbs, 32 grams of protein. And they have different ones beside this. They have several different bowls. The chicken crust pizzas, I like their enchiladas. I really like the bacon wrapped chicken filled cheese thing I was talking about, but those don't microwave. They have to be cooked in the oven. So I don't eat those as much because I'm very lazy. These are microwavable, or you can do them in the oven. 4 minutes, ready to go. So I saved this because I have a couple of friends of mine who I believe, if I remember correctly, they said they have gluten allergies, and I think gluten has something to do with bread or grain. I don't have a gluten problem. In fact, most of the time, if you're not going to eat your gluten, I'll take it. But if I'm correct, it's a bread thing. So I'm going to share this with them because I try to, anytime I find something new to people who might benefit from it, I try to share. But I thought I'd tell you guys too, they're not a sponsor. They didn't pay me to say that. They just make really delicious noms, and I enjoyed it. I thought I'd share about it. Very good. Chicken crust pizza is great. I make them from scratch. You do? I've never made one from scratch. They have chicken crust pizza, and then they have large cauliflower crust pizzas, and both of them are good. They really are. The cauliflower crust pizza probably has a bit more texture like a pizza, but the chicken crust ones seem to be saucier, so they have a little bit more of the flavor. I add cheese to everything, so they all taste like cheese. So when we were here last, let's take a look at what we were doing. Okay, I can't get out that door. I cannot fit out that door. I need to make a wider door. I'm too fat for that door. So if you weren't here last time, which, shame on you. No, I'm just kidding. If you weren't here last time, we figured out how these portals work. We've got those mastered now. Right? Now I'm over here instead of in my castle. Right, go back to the portal. I'm in my castle instead of way over there. Very cool. Decorated the cat, working on decorating a little bit. Got some lights added to the front of the castle. Got some flowers. I started putting some benches out to make it look snazzy. But I was challenged. No, they're not paying me, Sean. But by God, if they'd like to, I'll talk about it all the time. Just send me some food. You're not going to pay me. I'll just send me the food. I'll talk about it. Hello, Kyle. Good day. In case I missed it. So I was challenged by our friend Turtle to make an arena. So this is the gladiatorial arena that I put together over the last 2 episodes. I can't see the banners real well till I get in here, but a black and blue on that side, black and purple on that side. The Emperor's box, he's neutral, he's black, so it's blue on the side. So the Emperor's stand at each end, ready for combat. You have your beds for blue team. Inside is a leather wedge, sword, shield, and a phaser rifle. The other side, purple, has the same. So this was the arena. I'm going to do some more decorating on the outside of it. I got a portal that leads over there as well. But I'm going to extend this grass out and do a little more decorating on that in the future. But that was our arena. So what I started making, lower left, and I was hoping to work on this thing and I didn't get a chance. I started to making like first it was going to be a round dome, but now I'm thinking about making it kind of diamond shaped because I have an idea that I can do in each of the corners. So I'm building this out slowly but surely. And as I get this bigger, I'm eventually going to completely cover it in water. And the entrance is going to have a mechanism that will part the water that allows you to go through. Very basic mechanism. I've built it before. I've done this with lava. It should work perfectly fine as well. So right now, like I said, I was going to do it round, but now I'm kind of liking this diamond shape I've got. And I'm thinking about having something in 4 different corners. So I think that is going to be cool. The arena turned out well. Yes, I am very pleased with it as well. This video was not sponsored by Chicken Lasagna. But please, Chicken Lasagna, call me. We can work something out. You do not have to pay me. Give me your products. I will use them. Especially if they are edible and delicious. And not a soda, because I can't drink sodas. I feel bad for that, you know. I had someone the other day said, oh, what if a soda company said, hey, we want to be your sponsor. We'll pay you for that. I said it'd be hard to say no, but I'd have to say no. And that would suck, right? My first sponsor would be something I just can't drink. I don't drink sodas. That said, what I do drink is Minute Maid Pink Lemonade, which for the record, again, this is not a product drop. It's just something, they had these mini bottles at my grocery store for the first time. And I love this stuff because it's not, it's childproof, but it's also not carbonated. It's not as sugary. It's not a soda. You can get it in cartons like regular, but it's good. Pink lemonade. I'm just kidding. That's the kind of sponsorship you get over here. Let's see here. Kyle says, I want to tell you that your tutorials are amazing. I can play Skype with my friends now. Have a nice day. Oh, to you as well, Kyle. Thank you so much for coming by and sharing that. Pyramid than a dome. That's kind of what I was thinking as well. But, I mean, it's still technically a dome. It's still going to be over their head. Instead of it being an external building specifically, I guess it still kind of counts like that. Very hairy potato. Potato? That's an awesome name. I want to say that right off the bat before we go any further. That's an awesome name, my friend. And I will do my best to keep up the good work. Thank you so much. You finish eating and I'll come back. All right, Pulse, enjoy your meal. I just enjoyed mine. In glass down. I always forget that part. Is that the part? How do I have that? That 1, 1, and then 2. That 1, 1, and then 2. Yeah. Just trying to, again, and this is a work in progress. I might change things as I get going. Yeah, I may decide I want to do something different. But what did I do there? Oh, that's right. Okay. Sometimes I doubt even myself. Which I know you're thinking, Draven, you're perfect. Why would you do that? It's true, I am perfect. Glad you've recognized it. Came to stream. What are you building? So right now I'm building, it's going to be a glass dome pyramid. Actually, I think that's correct. Pyramid is actually going to be a little bit more accurate, which is odd because building an actual pyramid was something I considered before I decided to do this. I guess best of both worlds. And then it's going to be completely underwater, and then you'll go inside through a special entrance. and then it'll be like you're kind of inside of a snow globe kind of thing, where there's, you know, air to breathe. That kind of thing. Right, let me get that. All of them? It is good, and I can break the extras. I always have to start with that one extra one that I don't want there. That, make it even. Yes. The extra here. Oop. Good. The extra one. Oop. Even, and get rid of that one. There we go. Let's see here. Missed one. If you were wondering, the one I just broke probably fixed the missed thing. Yeah, that one extra one just to get the next row going in each section. I always have to go back and break. For a second, I thought you were in creative. No, not creative. I tried to mentally be in creative, but even that's a rare form. See, I don't think I'm going to go all the way around. See, I'm going to go out a distance, whoop, and then I'm going to kind of come straight down on it. It's not meant to come out completely domed. It's going to come out, and then it's going to come down. Is what I'm picturing in my head now. More like, I mean, for all intents and purposes, almost more like something like that, you know, where it comes out a little bit and then it comes down straighter. Maybe not obviously that big of a difference, but, you know, something like that. That's what the aliens did. I'm a registered alien. I'm an immigrant. That counts, right? Oh, that's still... looks very cool. I like the extra little bevel in the edge so it's not completely square. I feel like I need to bevel that out a little bit further at this point. Yes, thank you, Muse. Yes, we hit 13.6 this morning, I believe. Either right before or right during the Subnautica stream. Which, again, thank you everybody who came by to that. I look forward to subbing our Nautica a little bit more tomorrow. It hurts that I'm going to do it tomorrow and then I don't have a Subnautica stream for like 3 days or 4 days. But what you gonna do, right? I don't know, maybe I'll see about squeezing an extra stream in one morning next week. It's a little hard. I got a doctor's appointment on one day and see what I can do, maybe. Plus, I really need to get a GTA night and I need to get a Jackbox community night coming out here in the near future. I'm just having so much fun playing Sky Factory. Hard for me to squeeze them in. Now, yeah, 13.6. We're over halfway through 13 at this point, which is cool. The goal for this year was 20. At the current rate, the goal was 25, hoping to hit 20. We might hit 20 this year. We may not, after all. It's kind of depending. You cannot die. Where are your hearts? Oh, I am an android. So in Sky Factory, you can become a robot and or android. So I have in the upper left-hand corner, that's correct. Thank you very much. You'll see I have 390%. And 100% is my battery power because I am a robot. I actually forgot to put the, I'm glad you mentioned that. I forgot to put the event box back up. Oh, there we go. Which was nice enough to make a donation. Definitely get that name up there. I think I'm going to go double wide on this one. Sorry. Thought of a funny song. See what else what else happened today? Not a whole lot. I one of those funny things at work happens, right? So today was my DS. That's the term that they use. I don't understand why they use that. I don't even know what it stands for, but basically it's when you get with your supervisor every couple weeks and talk about how you're doing and, you know, stuff. You know, usually when they tell you suck. I have a very good supervisor. I've had very bad supervisors, but I have a very good supervisor now. I like her very much, and she is a very fun person to talk to. But, you know, we're talking, and I had sent her an email before I went off for my couple of days. Did I not pull this one down? Wait a minute. I sent her an email before I left. I'm like, listen, a representative of one of our stores did something very unethical, did something very inappropriate, and tried to even lie to get something, and then they put the customer up who was part of it, and so on and so forth. It's something you need to be aware of. I came back in, this email like, thank you very much for telling me that. I will make sure that the right people see this, and it will be dealt with, right? I'm like, cool. Didn't think anything else about it. So we get together today for my one-on-one. And she's like, okay, so, you know, customers can do surveys on us. Like we send an email out, I don't know, a few days after you've had interaction to rate us. And they want us to have good scores. Still blows my mind how they expect me to affect what somebody's going to do 2 days later, but they want me to do it. So we like, you had one very, very low score. She goes, I haven't listened to that call yet. I thought we'd listen to it together and see why that is. I'm like, okay, sure. Hold it up. Person introduced. I said, okay, can you pause the call real quick? She goes, yeah, what's going on? I'm like, that's the one I told you about with the unethical customer. She's like, oh, we don't have to listen to that then. She goes, you're fine. I'm like, okay, good. I'm just clarifying that's the case. She's like, yeah, you're fine then. I'm not worried about it. She goes, yeah, that. She goes, I already sent off feedback on that. You know, no worries about that. I'm like, okay, cool. She goes, yeah, other than that, you're doing great. I'm like, excellent. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. For just a moment, I'm like, I was wondering why I got a bad score. I mean, people don't like me because I say no a lot. I want this. No. I'll quit. Okay. Freaking cry or something? Quit. I mean, I love it when someone's been with a company. That's mine. People do it all the time everywhere. And they're like, I was with this company I'm with your company for 20 years. 20 years I've been with you guys. Loyal customer. No, you paid for a service and you got your service. You're a customer. There's no loyal in front of that. But okay, please continue. Loyal, I'm with you 20 years. And you're not willing to give me a discount. You're going to lose a 20-year customer over $10. I'm like, well, no, sir. I guess the question really has to ask yourself, if as a loyal customer who enjoys the product for 20 years, are you willing to throw that all away for $10? They hate when you throw it back at them. Like, well, no, you said you love the service, best you ever had. And strange that you think $10 is worth giving all that up. But I mean, if you feel that way, I mean, you know, you have every right as a consumer to seek out other products and services. I'm just an ass. Let's see what I missed here. 18.5 subs by the end of the year. Oh, remember that, Muse. We'll have to keep an eye out on that and see how accurate you are. I don't currently have an estimate. I didn't put one together. But sounds fair. What else? Ooh, wrong one. Looking at the chat there. Let's see. What are you going to do with the pyramid? I'm going to completely submerge it in water and then build like an underwater either garden maybe. Oh, did it again. Good. Underwater something. I haven't quite decided which I'm going to put in there. I could put in ruins, like a sunken Atlantis kind of thing. I could make it like a reverse fishbowl. Original thought, though, was to make it like an underwater garden. I have a lot of flowers I've been farming up specifically to put a garden somewhere. No, that's right. $5, $20K and 20. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate all of your optimisms. Barely walk without limping like crazy for the stream. Now I can walk almost perfectly. Oh, well. Glad to see you're feeling better. Is that it? Nope, one more. So, part of the reason I want to go straight down on the sides is I'm not a big fan of... Like, this up here looks very busy to me. Right? Regardless of whether it's round, a triangle, it's very busy. There's a lot of crisscrossing lines in the glass. Once I get to a point where I can come straight down, it'll be just smooth glass. And that's the part I want the person, well, it'll be me, but that's what I would want the person inside the dome to see. Just a clear glass. All the business at the top will mostly be hidden by all the blue water I put above it. So they really won't notice, hopefully, this busyness up at the top. I'm just trying to make it as consistent as possible. Why in the world did that happen? Oh, okay. Better. I'm along pretty snazzy. It's not a perfect pyramid either. It's slightly rounded a little bit. I'll take it. Make a statue of myself and put it in the garden on top. I could just go steal one of the giant versions of me again from the Twilight Forest and put it in there, right? That'd be funny. But I didn't have to let it move around. I could just put it in there like that. I'm trying to figure out how much wider I want to go. Like, I wanted this to be pretty big. You're not sure what I'm talking about? In the Twilight Forest, one of the things you have to do is fly up to a cloud, and there'll be giant versions of you, and you have to defeat them, and they'll drop a giant pickaxe that you have to use to break open giant obsidian to get the next part to continue on in the Twilight Forest. So it is possible to capture every mob and boss in the Twilight Forest except the Hydra. The Hydra will break your game if you try to capture it. Tried it several different ways now, on and off stream. It just doesn't work. Sadly, just does not work. I'm not going to be working on this the whole day. We're going to do other stuff as well. I'm just working on this a little bit to kind of give you guys an idea of what I'm working on. I will put more time into this off camera tomorrow. I will have plenty of time tomorrow, so we can get this mostly the outer side built. You guys can help me design the inside. Oh, a statue of me. Well, if I capture it and I use this syringe that freezes it, it won't move. It's basically a free statue of me. And I mean, I think that's what we all want in our lives, right? Free statue of Raven. Now, did I fix my bevel last time? This. Not fix my inconsistency. What is that big white structure? Okay, I can show you that in a second. I show it off every so often. So, over the last couple episodes, I was challenged with building an arena or coliseum. So this is what I built. Oh, you're fine. No, I'm happy to answer. This is what I built. This is the Coliseum. Again, the banners don't really come in until I come in there. But this is the Coliseum, where people will fight for my pleasure, basically. Kind of what the thought is. And the castle is my actual base. This is where I actually have all my stuff in it. All the classic animals, mob farm, things like that. And that is my house. Let's see. Hi, Driver. Just pop in and say hi. I will do it, Noel. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. It is appreciated. Dad says he'll work on this, but then we'll get stuck in Subnautica. I will not. I had to spend a little time in Subnautica today because I'm streaming it tomorrow, and I had to at least have some of the stuff ready to do that. But after tomorrow's Subnautica stream, there won't be another one until next Wednesday. So I will have plenty of time to do Subnautica over the next week. So I will get ahead on this. At least the glass side of it. Ah, no. Wrong spot. Helped me a lot when I was playing Sky Factory. Well, I appreciate that one. Glad to hear there was. Thank you so much for sharing so. It is what I enjoy. Helping all of the people. That's one good thing about this little stream series here. Whenever I'm streaming Sky Factory 4, a lot of people pop in with questions. It gives me the ability to actually answer some of their questions or help them work out issues they're having live. So people pop in all the time and like, hey, I can't figure out how this works. Or, hey, how can I make this automated? Or whatever the case is. And it gives me a chance to work on something like that with everybody. It's cool. This will be the last layer, I think, for a bit, because I'm about to run out of glass. I think I needed steel for this glass, if I remember correctly. I want to say I needed steel for this. No. Badoop. The official sound effect. Well, we were playing Subnautica. We were playing Subnautica earlier today, and kept coming up with funny mottos for the channel. It's like failing our way into success, Onlydraven Gaming. Failing the right way, Onlydraven Gaming. It's just funny. We're having fun coming up with some stuff like that. For those of you that were there. All right. I like how the stream is somewhat small so we can talk to you and you. I definitely try. Even when we're really busy, I do my very best to stay on top of the conversation. Although sometimes those conversations don't really include me. Sometimes they're just people chatting about, themselves and such and talking amongst themselves, probably the word. And that is also very cool. It is awesome to see groups of people coming together as a community and feeling and acting like community. That's definitely what I'm trying to build here. place where people can come and have fun and hang out with each other and not worry about being treated badly. Homie, don't play that. All right. That's not too shabby. It is still quite a bit smaller than I want it to be, but I don't think you guys want to watch me do this all day. Welcome back, Pulse. If I can reach that door. Drop. We'll go ahead and make some of this glass for later. Structured glass. There we are. Structured glass. Oh, that's right. Forgot to make the steel. What is that brick? The brick that the castle is made out of? Or the floor brick? This is nether brick chiseled into the dark lava brick. This is lava stone chiseled into the zag pattern. And the outer edges are the mosaic pattern. Whichever one of those you were referencing. Lots of steel. Need more sand. It is time to mass produce cool things. It's time to build one of my favorite blocks in this game. I just have to remember what it is called. There it is, Material Stonework Factory. All I'm missing is a pickaxe. Excellent. Material Stonework Factory is always and has always been one of my favorite blocks in the game. It is very easy to make. You can tell because I just made one in about 10 seconds. Set up there where the power is. Then I'm going to need a single chest. Actually, I don't even need a chest. I just need a wireless transfer node. Let's see. Go wireless transfer node. I never have those. Ah! I'm going to sit here one day and just spend 3 hours making redstone torches. Right? I just did that. Why am I doing it twice? I'm a fool. I'll need a gups. Those GPS. Girl. Sync that GPS to our secondary chest. Badoop. Or, excuse me. Oh, forgot an extraction cable. Item extraction cable. Work. And cups. Oh, I forgot to pause it. Shoot. Okay. Material Stonework Factory. If you're not sure what a Material Stonework Factory is, I'm about to make you very happy people. This one gives you recipes. You can make stone, stone brick, crackstone brick, gravel, slag, light gray rock wool, sand, glass, sandstone, smooth sandstone, or silicon. It is an infinite amount of whatever you want to make. I want to make some glass. So I need pattern, pickaxe, oven, and nothing. So I go in here, pickaxe, oven, nothing. So the other step of that is I need to have some things. So, for example, because I'm automating it. If you don't automate it, let's just do it without the automation first. Let me show you this. So if you don't automate it, and I turn that on, stone, gravel, sand, glass. Gravel, glass. It's just going to make glass forever. You don't have to provide it anything other than power. So look at this. Cobblestone, gravel, sand, glass. That's important. I need the first three. So I need cobblestone. I have that. Where's their holder? Cobblestone, gravel, sand, glass I'm good with. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my extraction cable, pop that on the side, crank it up. I'm going to blacklist cobblestone, gravel, and sand. If I don't, then it won't get to the second step because as soon as the thing pops in there, the extraction cable yanks it out. So by blacklisting these three things, turning it back on, this is now going to continuously make me glass forever. Until I either stop it or switch it to another thing. A lot of times that's how I make bricks. I build a lot of the gray classic bricks. I like those. It's a very basic block, but I like it a lot. This will give me an infinite amount of those once you build one. Since we didn't use them much this time, I didn't need them, but you know. Let's see here. The wall brick. Yeah, the wall brick is we talked about that. That one is nether brick. Asking, donate, but I can't. That's okay. I'm flattered you'd like to. It's no worries. Would you guys watch command block tutorials? No, I can only make one a week. I don't know what command block tutorial, a command block, like in Minecraft. I'm sure there's definitely people who might be interested in that. Is that a gun? Yes, this is part of the Android. This is my plasma rifle or phaser rifle. It's part of the Android. There are several different types of guns. There's a plasma shotgun, the Omni tool. I don't have a sniper rifle yet. It hasn't dropped one. But yes, and you can go ahead and customize it in your Android center. Like I've got mine, I've turned it blue, gave it a scope, gave it a big battery, and I gave it ricochet bullets. So that's my primary weapon of choice. As an Android, I'm a robot. I run off power, and my battery's strong enough that I can recharge my weapons while I'm carrying them around. A nice perk. Where did I break that brick from? I'm sitting here holding a piece of nether brick, and I have no idea where I broke that from. That's solid. Oh, there it is. I broke the extraction cable. Okay. I'm stronger than I know what to do. Does it make me go faster? There are perks. So when you're an Android, you can use experience points to buy different perks and stuff. Limb overclocking, increase movement speed by 50% is one of those. So I've got that leveled up to 50%. There's different perks like I constantly have night vision, so I don't need lighting anywhere to see. Still use lighting to keep mobs from spawning. Let's see, what else we got? This one means I never have to eat again. I just live off power. I don't need oxygen, so I can breathe underwater forever. Although I do sink, I'm thinking put this in, then you can float. The ability to teleport. More damage. Oh, when you hold the gun, does it make me faster? No, it doesn't make me faster, but you zoom out, so it feels like it. Because you're zooming out to see your scope. Watch, it looks like I'm backing up. I'm not. It's just zooming out so I can see the gun. So when you're in that mode, it seems like you're going faster than you are. I'm the same speed all the time. Extreme crafting in Sky Factory 4. I do not believe so, no. No. It is not. Yes, field of vision changes. That's correct. Didn't think of the term, but thank you very much. All right. Okay, so we've got the material stonework. That's going for sand. As it's building up my sand, let's see how we're doing. 554. Why is that not working? There's a piece of glass. Oh, I'm looking at sand, not glass. That's why. There we are. I'm already up to 1412. I think I might be an idiot. Bear with me just a moment. What kind of glass was I using? Structural glass. No. Yes. Structural glass. Gonna make some. Yes, I do need glass for that. Okay. Right there, I was like, why am I making glass? Hello from Brazil. Hey, hello, Brazil. How goes it? Does food crumbs stay in your beard? Nope, I don't have any problem with that. But I'm a big guy. I don't let anything go to waste. Well, that said, well, I don't get food crumbs in my face. Anything saucy, like pizza or something with like a hot dog. Definitely you get like mustard and condiment stuff in your side. You'll wipe that off. This will snag things that are of that nature, but crumbs aren't really an issue. Being able to grow animals like villagers. True. And it's nice to meet you as well. Esports Dupla. Hope I'm saying that correctly. All right. So we've done a bunch of automation here lately. We have automated HDPE ballots inside of that compact machine. We have automated the More S'more double sminget. That is automating of chocolate, marshmallow, and graham crackers to create the sandwich. We have automated a deep mob learning loot fabricator farm. And to provide polymer, we have an automated polymer system. So I feel like today I want to automate something. So I would like to, I need to find something feasible. Mind you, there is a thing in this game that I have struggled to automate. I've pulled it off. But it is one of the most difficult things in this game to automate. And off the top of my head, I cannot remember what it is. It's something with solar. Is it the boron arsenite? It might be the boron arsenite. It might be. It's something like that. I know that I come across it and it irritates me. It's something with solar. I'm almost positive. Uranium's pretty easy to get a hold of, so it wouldn't be that. I didn't think boron arsenite was the thing, though. I wonder if they've changed that recipe. No, that still seems right. And annoying. Yes. Yep, that's it. So the issue with this is to make it work correctly. To automate this system, it takes about 30 different machines. Tons of tanks, piping, several power systems, and worst of all, 3 separate compact machines farming 3 completely separate types of crops. It's horrendous. I have a question. Is America the life is good? It's all right. There's good pros and cons. Better than some places, worse than others, I'd say. How did you put something in a block? Oh, I can help you that. These are called compact machines. So a compact machine is something, it's literally a mod pack. I have to, anything we're talking about today, I've got tutorials for in case you need that. Let me know. So a compact machine are these up here. You build these blocks and you create different size machines. I only make the biggest one because why waste time? A maximum compact machine. So you build this out of blocks, and what it creates is an interdimensional space that you can go into. I am now inside of that block. Compact machines have a really, really huge perk. And the perk is anytime you have something that moves, sprinklers spraying the water, the gold and the iron growing and being harvested, the saplings going up and down, anything that moves will lag the game. The more of it you have, the worse your lag is. You've got 1 sapling, it's probably not going to do anything. You've got 100 saplings, it might. So everything that moves, your game has to process that movement. So everything that moves, the more things you have moving, the more your computer has to work to make that happen. So in a compact machine like I'm in now, even when I'm not in the compact machine, as long as I'm in the overworld, everything inside the compact machine is still working. You can see the crops are growing, the sprinklers are spinning. You know, everything's still going, but because you don't have to look at them, the game doesn't have to load the visual unless I click on it. I don't have to worry about the lag. It's doing everything that it would do out here next to me. For example, I do have a farm here, right? Oh, I went too far. So I have a farm here. So I'm not worried about the lag. My computer can handle it. But for a lot of people, or if you're on a server, that's a lot harder. So this being out here in the regular world could cause a lot of lag for a regular system, depending on your PC, but definitely on a server. So putting it in here, it's doing all the exact same things. The game doesn't have to load any of that. All it's loading is the process and what it's spitting out. So the more processes you put in a compact machine, the less lag you have. So I recommend them for any visually stressful process that you want to build, or automation. And everything. Like I've put my entire simple storage and saplings and everything. I've put that. I have a tutorial showing you exactly how to do that. How to put all of your entire storage system inside one of these blocks. Not super hard to do, really, but definitely worthwhile to keep your lag down, especially on servers. Let's see here. Very true pulse. Yes, compact machine. So I need to automate something. What am I going to automate today? Sulfurate. We might build a fission reactor eventually. So maybe we'll look at getting some of the... Oh, I know one thing. Someone had asked me to do this, and I didn't get a chance to. Someone had said I needed to automate Insanium. I can do. I said I would do that, and I've done it before, but I don't think I have a tutorial actually showing how to do it. So I think what I'm going to do, talked about this, I think I might automate Supremium. And I think we're going to use Compact Inception to make it work. I think that's the best bet that we have is Compact Inception in order to keep lag down, but to keep it active. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Make an automatic potato farm. I've got one, to be honest with you. Let me grab some potatoes. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh, potato seeds. This is my farm. Anything I plant is automated. Everything is already set up to be automated. So this is probably I'll put them right over here. If I drop a couple seeds, my sprinklers are increasing their growth speed. They're going to grow very, very quickly. The more sprinklers you have next to each other, the more they boost each other and the more that they work. So as soon as these get to full potato, which will just take a minute, going full potato on today's stream. As soon as this goes full potato, there's a potato. Keep an eye on it. Give it a minute because it's on a cycle. Potato is gone. This harvester has got that potato, grabbed it, moved it into a chest. There they are. And these things will eventually move into my system automatically. Although, why is that? I've got a bottleneck here I'm going to have to deal with a little bit later. That's not looking. And I have harvesters all the way around gathering lots of things. So I'm harvesting things faster than I can use them. So if I get my, if we do the Insanium farm, that's going to provide me pretty much every type of material, Insanium I'm going to need. So Supremium armor, yes, that's what I'm wearing right now, Supremium armor. I'm happy to make your potato farm. Yes, I'm using Supremium armor. In my opinion, at least in Sky Factory 4, it's the best armor there is. Dang it, I'm so fat. Every time I hop down, I bust up a land. Okay. But yes, every time I have the opportunity, Supremium is where I go. Glitch, I usually do first because it is easier to get and it's almost as good. But once you can go to Supremium, you really, really should. I'm going to need to make some compact machines. So for those of you guys who were just asking about the compact machines, we're about to do a little bit of work with those. So hopefully you will think this is cool. It will be a little boring for a minute, but we'll get it to work. Also going to need some tunnels, but we'll make those in a minute. Let's go up. Let's go up again. Okay, so now I'm way up high. That's my house down there. Oh, I fell. So these machines right here, this is what makes your compact machines. The compact machines themselves, there are different recipes. We talked about this a little bit ago. For those of you who are asking about how compact machine works, brief tutorial. So compact machines, you have to make compact machine walls. The recipes for these, as you can see, look a little different. So for a compact machine wall, I put down a block of iron, I put a redstone on top of it, and then I have to throw a redstone at it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It has to be inside the orange light area. See how there's an orange square here? It has to be inside that build area to work. So I put that there. You know, I guess redstone down. Put a redstone on top, back up, throw it in. So as you can see, what they're doing is they're taking these things and compacting them into whatever I just made. In this case, it's the walls I use to make bigger compact machines. These devices here are called miniaturization field projectors. It takes 4 of them laid out in a very specific location and height in order to create the field. You can make smaller ones, but you really want the big one, then you can make everything you want in it. I do have tutorials on all of these things. If you have any questions or would like that tutorial, let me know. I can find it and I can link it in the chat. Carbon, I do see that you were away for a while, but I'm glad you're back. I'm sorry I missed that a minute ago. Happy to have you back, my friend. But yes, that's all part of compact machines. So I need to make a bunch of compact machine walls. So we're going to do this for just a minute. Once it starts working, you can put stuff down. Took me a while to figure that out. I always waited till it got done. And it makes 16 per shot. So for every one of these I do, it makes 16 wall blocks. But it takes 96 wall blocks to make one maximum size compact machine. This shouldn't take but a couple of minutes, so bear with me here and we'll zip through this. I don't think you can... Oh, I did the wrong thing. I don't think you can do multiple at a time, but you know what? Let's give it a shot, because that I've never tried, to be honest with you. Let's let that one finish, and we'll try. I think it might be hard, because I don't think I can throw 2 in at the same time. We'll try. U, red, red. No, didn't work. Yeah, normally it won't let you build anything if there's something blocking it. So it has to be initiated. I didn't think it could, but it has to be initiated. Then I can put stuff down. Because at that point, the process is already going. I didn't think you could. But it never hurts to try. Someone asked a question, I haven't done it. I figure I'll give it a shot. Good question, though. I heard a kitty. Oh, I guess I should say this, because I always forget to say it, and my friends get on my butt for it. If you're hanging out today and you're having a good time, please remember to click the like button. And if you're new here, be sure to hit subscribe. That way you can hang out with us on all of our streams, tutorials, and adventures. I stream 6 days a week, something. Most of the time it's Minecraft in the evening. I do have a Dungeons & Dragons podcast. I stream Thursday nights. That was last night. During the day, I stream alternate games, so I'm doing Subnautica Below Zero. And we do have some specialty streams that pop up now and again, like GTA with the community, or Jackbox nights with the community. Plus, every month there are members-only streams that people who join the Onlydraven Gaming memberships program, it's kind of a hidden stream just for those folks to hang out and play some games with me. Can you put a compact machine in a compact machine? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. In fact, we're going to do that. That's one of the things I call it. I always call it compactception. So the inception of compact inside of a compact. The deepest I've ever gone is 7 deep. So compact machine and a compact machine and a compact machine up to 7. I'm hesitant to go much further than that. Well, I didn't experience a lot of lag. It did start to load a lot slower going from one level to the next. And my computer, again, I'm being honest, is pretty buff. It does not deal with a lot of lag. So for it to be hitting my computer that far, I was afraid of it going a little bit too far. And I didn't want to lose all my work. So the deepest I've ever gone is 7. I normally don't go deeper than 3. But that can happen. Let's see. 100 blocks? Yes, I am sitting on a few. I'm going to make 5 maximum machines. It takes 96 per machine. So that's why I'm making so many. I need five piles of 96. So that's basically, I'm going to do 10 stacks of 64. Then we got to make tunnels. And tunnels is a whole nother thing. Compact machines are a lot of fun. I love messing with them. I find that they really, really help with automation. Not just because of the lag stuff we talked about earlier. But compact machines just help keep things neat. I don't have to have 50 different automations filling up my whole base. I can just have really cool compact machines lined up looking pretty. And I like that. Some of the more... when we were down the base earlier, you saw there were some machines still around where I worked. Those are things I only need in small scale. I'm a firm believer in not spending 2 hours automating something that I could have just done it manually in 10 minutes. It's silly. And I don't automate things normally. Caveat to that. I don't normally automate things that you only need a few of. Why automate and make 1,000,000 of something if you're never going to need more than 100? That's silly. You've done more work. In this playthrough, though, I'm taking on some challenges of that nature, like the more s'more double sminget. Automating chocolate and marshmallow and graham crackers, there's really no need for that. You need one for the advancement, and that's it. But I was asked, so we did it. That's part of the goal here. I said up to the challenge, trying to come up with new ideas and do things I haven't normally done, just for something fun. Elevator Zeus 70 levels deep. Oh, deep. Nice. Got osmium sapling ram. There you go. How many am I sitting on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Almost. We're getting there. And then I have to run down and grab a couple blocks of emerald. make the actual compact machines. Once I get those done, then it's all about making a whole mess of stuff. What up, Colonel? Good day, Seer. Welcome back, my friend. Today we're doing a little bit of compact machine inception. And you know what? I think we may go deeper today. I may go deeper than I normally do. Let's see how we can make this work. My goal is we are going to automate Insanium, which is infinitely easier in Sky Factory 3 and Stoneblock because of the beautiful deliciousness that is the cloche. I do miss the cloche. Granted, it definitely makes things super easy. I can understand why it's not in this one, but cloche is very nice. Right, let's see how many we can make out of this. I think I have a few downstairs already in the storage, so. All right, so. Oh, I got 389 already in there too. That's good. I will need a bunch of tunnels. We'll do that last. So now I'm going to need emerald blocks. Do not have a lot of emerald. Let's make those first. That is correct. We're going to go at least 6 to 7 deep, I think. Which is going to sound odd. I have a way I'm going to build it, and it'll be funny, I think. Because I could have made way smaller compact machines, right? But I'm just way too silly for that. So we're gonna make it a little bit differently. Excuse me. My goodness. There are a couple of ways to do this. The way I'm gonna do it is, I guess you could say it's the easy way. There's a way to do it super easy, and there's a way to do it that's super funny. I guess I'll leave it up to you guys. Because this will determine how much work this makes for me. Do I automate Insanium, or do I need to automate every material up to Insanium? Because that's different. One is filling up all of my inventory with all of them, which technically you don't really need. And one is just Insanium. Is there a tree for every ore? For most ores, yes. Downstairs is where my sapling farms are. So I'm using the fastest mulch possible. And I have every tree in the game that can produce something at this point. So all of my saplings are down here. Along with the rest of my storage. This is downstairs. This is elevator block. Now I'm upstairs. Now I'm upstairs. Now I'm all the way up to the top. Back down. Elevator blocks are awesome. How do you get so many ores? So I'm using the saplings, and then as I need them, I'll grab, just amber and throw it in my smeltery system. You can automate it through mystical agriculture, which is normally the way I'm going to do it if I need a lot of everything. But, we'll see. You want everything, huh? We're doing everything? All right, we're doing everything. Everything it is, so then I have to do this differently. So I need Inferium. I've already got Inferium automated, so I don't have to do Inferium. I've already done that. So that means I'm going to need dark green, orange, blue, red, Insanium. That's 5 farms. 5 individual specific farms. Yes, we can do that. That means I'm going to need 6 compact machines. If my math is strong. And my math, never strong. I also forgot my ender pearls. Give me a second. Need ender pearls. Ender pearls are needed to make the big compact machine. So, as we were talking about earlier, when we were looking at compact machines here, they have an interesting way of looking at their recipes. So, when I'm going to make a big one, I have to make a 5x5x5 cube. Floating in the middle of it is a block of emerald, and I have to throw an ender pearl in. That's correct. Caspin is 100% correct. Some of those things you can grow in seeds. Some of those things you can also get from the hogs, if you want to go that route. I'm not a big fan of the hogs, but they do have their purpose. 4, 5. That was horrible. One thing about being super fast is it does make me mess things up more often. I'm going to blame that and not anything that I'm doing. All right, I need an emerald floating in the middle. So we drop that, break the thing underneath. Now it'll be floating. I got to do this 5 times. Probably going to need a 6th one. I'm going to start with 5, and then we'll see where it takes us. Because what we're going to do is we're going to be working on all compact machines at the same time. Instead of going 5 deep, because you want all of the ores, instead of going 5 deep, I need to have 5 completely separate processes that all culminate in one compact machine. So it's going to be slightly a different process because you guys wanted all of them. So I don't have to go 5 deep. All right, so there we go. We built it. Get out of the way. Throw in a pearl. Now, that takes a minute to do. It's going to take a minute to shrink. I'm going to go ahead and start working on the next one. Make sure I got room. I just went 4. Need one more. That in the middle. Middle. That. Still shrinking it. The bigger they are, the slower they go. Let's see. Does charging station have problems for you? Problems in what way? Like not keeping up with the power I need, not working. Oh, there's my compact machine. Let's grab that. Just wondering what you mean, which problem you're experiencing. I don't have any problems out of it, but it does take some tweaking to be able to support my personal playstyle. And by that, I mean the fact that I use a huge battery. Not everybody does. Some people don't have to, but power a massive battery takes a little bit more work. Let's see. Uranium. So uranium, to go back to that, let me go back to that question as well. So for uranium, there's a couple options. One, you can just go mine it. Uranium exists in the Twilight Kingdom, quite a bit of it, and you can also get some of it in the Lost Cities, I believe. But the Twilight Forest is the best place. Now, making uranium essence. Okay, so go to the Twilight Forest, mine 4 of them. Then combine it with, and this is not easy sauce. This is obviously a little bit later in the game. 4 supremium and a tier 5 crafting seed. That will give you a uranium seed. And just plant 1. Let it grow for a little while. Then take what it gives you, make more uranium, make a few more seeds. Once you get uranium, it's going to keep going pretty well. You shouldn't need more than 15, 20 uranium seeds at the very most to run a maximum sized fission reactor. Because when you get to the higher level fuels, you actually get away from uranium. You start using some of the other, even more volatile products. Items, I should. Destroying let's see. Crashing my game every time. Oh, no. Now, let me have you say every time you use it. Like, every time you turn it on? Or, again, because I just want to make sure I'm addressing the problem you're having. Or every time you click on it and try to do something with it. Because that's a block that doesn't have any type of visual strain. So it... How many? 1, 2, 3, 4... I think I've gone too far. 6. I did go too far. Okay. Let me get rid of those. I was chatting, not paying attention. Because, yeah, if I can recreate the thought. Because mine, once you set it up, you should never have to touch it again. It should just work automatically. It's wireless. And unfortunately, no. I don't have a way of automating these. I worked on it for a while, and I couldn't come up with one. Is it feasibly possible? I'm sure. But the amount of effort it would take to do it is beyond what it would ever be worth it, to be honest with you. I don't, even with the ones I build, it doesn't take long to do this. Plus, if I wasn't sitting here chatting and I was paying more attention, I probably would already have 3 of these things done. Let's see. Crashing my game trying to use it. Every time I click into it, the game crashes. Give me just a second. 4. Alright. So, charging station. You're talking about this house up here, right? When you click on the charging station, it crashes your game. Trying to think of something that would cause that, other than it's doing something that's corrupting another mod. Either it could be just a bad download or a corrupted block. As much as irritating as they are to build, I would recommend build a second one. Break the first one. Don't destroy it. Just pick it up and move it. Which you can do if you use a Matter Overdrive wrench. It'll break these things are forever if you try to break them and they'll destroy. A wrench just pops them right up. You can pick them up. Go ahead and pop that up. Put a second one down somewhere else nearby and see if the same thing happens. If it doesn't, then it's either something with the location of it or that one originally, that block is corrupt. That can happen. You can build a machine that is a corrupt block. I've built a machine before that crashed every time I clicked on it. I destroyed it, made another one. Perfectly fine. So I would try a second one first. Don't put it in the exact same spot either. Again, just to be on the safe side. And if it does keep happening, then you have option number 2. Right here. Wireless charger. A wireless charger will charge you up as well. Even if you have no charging station, a regular wireless charger attached to any power module will charge you. It won't charge you quite as fast, but that even when I've had no charging station, this will power me as an Android, especially if you're doing a lot of work in this area. That's a thought. Another thing you could do is I'm using a 75 million RF battery. Mineral batteries is mine. Build 2, right? Have one on you and have the other one plugged in manually charging. So when yours gets low, pick that one up, switch the place, put the other one back down and let it keep charging off your power system. Because really that's the only thing you need, because if you buy the perk that charges your gun while it's in your hotbar, it'll just charge itself. And this wireless charger will also charge your gun. Those would be the things that I could recommend there if I did. Here. Oh, yes. Where's my other compact machine? Oh, man, did it despawn because I went down? Pooh! I lost it. Well, that sucked. Never had one despawn before. Huh. Oh, well. So be it. Can't do anything about it now. Sad, though. Gotta make an extra one. Thank you, by the way. That happens when you run out of battery. What happens? Nothing really. Because you can take your battery out, right? And it'll run off your basic power. It's just more of a backup that keeps you charged. I believe that if you have absolutely no power and no battery, and you have nutritional taken off, you'll start to take damage. Oops. I've never tried it, though. Guess I could try that a little bit later. Just take my battery out and let my personal body drain. Sucks, I lost that compact machine. What happened? Yes, I use geothermal, upgradable geothermal generators to power all of everything. I've built fission reactors, fusion reactors, and matter overdrive fusion reactors multiple times. The full-size fission reactor can be good. It's just a lot of work and a lot of materials. I can get pretty much the same amount of power by building 5 geothermals. And they are super fast. Takes 5 minutes to build them, and they produce a ton of power. So I rarely need to go higher. Did I do it again? 3, 4. Oh my god. Chatting so much I'm not paying attention. Oh my god. Hold on a second. I got something on it. Oh my goodness. Flapping my gums today. How come I can't automate osmium amber going in an energized smelter? Amber doesn't cook. Amber has to melt in most situations. Not all ambers are possible to be smelted, because the smelter is the same thing as a furnace. An automated smelter is not the same thing as a smeltery. They are different. Because an automated smelter won't make something liquid like a smeltery will. Again, well, I know I keep taking asides here, but so for example, this is a basic smelting factory. The same thing as a mechanical smelter, probably what you're using. Putting amber in this won't do anything, because a smeltery liquefies things and then makes it solid. This just cooks things. So a smeltery, for all intents and purposes, is a furnace. It's just faster and doesn't require coal. So amber won't help you putting it in a smelting factory. I think you can put some ambers in an actual regular vanilla furnace, but it won't work in those. And to be honest, you'll get way more ore if you go ahead and put it in an actual smeltery first. The things that can be cooked, like, what am I thinking? Like ore, like if you find a chunk of ore, say you've got Silk Touch, and you pick up an ore, like iron ore, and you cook that, you'll get an iron ingot. Smeltering it, you'll get 2. Putting it in the smeltery will always give you more of a return than cooking it almost any other way. Manufactory being potentially the one exception to that. I'm going on a bike ride. Stream might be very, by the time I get back, so maybe bye. All right, that's all right, Potato. I appreciate you coming by and hanging with us. Hope you have yourself a good day, sir. Thanks for chilling. And enjoy your ride. That sounds like a lot of fun. I bought a bicycle, like, right before the world fell apart last year. And I was already getting chunky again. And, but it was enough to handle my size. But then I got much bigger over the pandemic, as I spent most of my time sitting in this chair. No one to blame but myself, just saying. So now the bike, I have a cool bike, and it won't support me. So I got to lose some weight so I can start biking again. One reason why I was talking about that that lasagna bowl I had for dinner, because that definitely is healthier than going to Burger King kind of thing. So I'm going to try to cut out a little bit of the eating out here in the next little while. And I'm thinking about trying to squeeze a few hours into the gym as well. I have a gym membership. I just haven't used it. I thought I canceled it. I didn't find out till last week. I've been paying for it for the last year. Thought I canceled it when everything went to hell, but seems I forgot that. So I'm like, well, instead of canceling it, maybe I'll just go ahead and start using it. The world's getting a bit better. I've had my vaccine, you know, stuff like that. One more, okay. What are you going to be using the Compact Worlds for? So I have been challenged with automating all of the different essences from basic Inferium up to Insanium. So that's what these are going to be. I'm going to do them all inside compact machines. Not every essence in the game, mind you. For the record, I have done that. Automated those. I just threw my Paxel at it. I have automated every essence in the game. It's doable. It takes a little bit of time, but it's not super hard. It just takes a while. But right now, I'm going to do, I need enough, I'm not going to do basic Inferium. I guess technically I am, but I'm not going to do basic Inferium because I already have a farm that does that. Let's see. What is the use of the hunting dimension? There isn't one. It's basically useless. The hunting dimension is always nighttime, and mob spawns are increased there. So technically, if you wanted to go live there and build your base there, it's always night, and spawns are increased. So having a mob farm there, right? Build yourself an automated mob killing farm there, would be very, very useful. But if you leave the hunting dimension and go back to your base, if you have it somewhere else, they won't spawn while you're gone. Chunk loaders and such don't work. You have to be in the hunting dimension for it to do anything. Tried a bunch of different things and I couldn't get it to work. The last Sky Factory 4 stream I did, I built my house and everything. Not my base. My base I already had done. We went there and that's where I was building a lot of cool stuff. I built a... Oh, hello, kitty. Hello, Patches. I built a museum of one of every monster in the game that's possible to put there. I also had all of the individual little... all the different... You know how like monsters sometimes spawn to look like Minecraft players? I had all those in, and my favorite thing is that I had the I had all the Twilight Forest boss except for the Hydra. You can't get the Hydra. Do not ever try to pick up a Hydra. It doesn't matter what you use. The second you try to move a Hydra, your game will crash, and you may not be able to ever get back in again. I had to pull a backup. It was the only way I could fix it. Because the Hydra is programmed not to move from that location. It just spins. So when you try to move it, the game is like, but it can't move. But it wants to move, but it can't move. Well, he's trying to move it. Yeah, but they don't move. And then it confuses it, and the game goes into a permanent crash state. So don't ever try to use a monster ball or anything of that nature to pick up a Hydra. It will destroy your world. How do you fly? I'm using Supremium Armor. Supremium Armor gives you creative flight. What that means is you fly just like you're in creative. The Glitch Armor also gives you creative flight. And you can usually get it a little bit easier than Supremium. I just think Supremium's better. So when you can go from Glitch to Supremium, I recommend it. But there are other ways to fly. There's the Air Charm. There are jetpacks. There's the Vicecraft floating airboat. I can't remember the actual name of it. The Vicecraft ship. The Air Charm is the easiest to get and the slowest flight. You don't go real fast with it. But it is the easiest to get. And they're very easy to make. You just have to get to the nether and get some nether wart. That's really the only hard part, is the nether wart. Once you can get to the nether, grab you a little wart. If you're early game, go ahead and make yourself an Air Charm. Super easy, and you can use it while you're wearing other armor. Like, a lot of people early game like to use the Tinker's armor. I don't like Tinker's armor, but a lot of people do. So you could fly while wearing your Tinker's armor. It'll be slow, and you have to recharge it every little bit of time. But if you build a powered anvil, I use that the most to charge them pretty fast. So yeah, I'm using Supremium, which I feel is the best armor, primarily because of the creative flight, its durability, how much defense it gives, and the fact that you can add charms to it. I enjoy the charms. Personal preference, though. I always recommend trying everything, because you may like something better than I do. You may have more fun with it. And that's really what all this is about, right? You should try to build or use everything in the game at least once. You never know what you're going to find that will inspire you or give you more fun than you were having before. What is the strongest weapon in the game? That is subjective. It depends on what you mean by strongest weapon. I know that sounds like a silly answer, but give me a moment. Most people are going to swear by a Tinker's weapon, and you got to use a specific this with a that with a this, and it will give you one more point of damage than something else. You know, for me, the strongest weapon is going to be something that isn't going to break. I like the Supremium Sword, right? Supremium Sword, 1.6 attack speed, 21 attack damage. Pretty much any regular mob I can kill in one hit. Some of the bosses I can kill in 10. Or less. I mean, some bosses I can kill in less. But attack speed on it is comparable. 21 points of damage. And it will never break. You don't have to add anything to it to do that. Supremium weapons and tools have no durability. They never need repaired. They never break. And you can add a charm to it. Can't enchant them, really. But you can add a charm to it. Excuse me. That will give it extra abilities if you want to, tweak with that. Give it a little bit extra abilities. All right, there's 5. Hang on. Green, orange, light blue, red, Insanium. 5. Yeah, that's right. I'll need one more later, but that'll do for now. All right, good deal. Good. I got lots of machine walls left to make the other one when I'm ready. Clean up some of this. Then we can begin production. Early on in the production, I'm going to be going back and forth between all of them pretty quickly. So I'm going to be building specific parts all at the same time. Right off the bat, I'm going to start with wood. Where's the wood? You don't have enough wood. 3 million. That's quite a bit. No, just 1 stack. Make a bunch of wood. That should be enough wood. We'll also need dirt. This I will need more of. Dirt. That'll work. I have too much wood. I forgot something. What is that? How do I get a dirt? I need building gadget. There it is. Building gadget. What does the most damage in the game? For that, you are probably looking at something Tinker's. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember, because it requires making out of specific things and adding specific perks to it. I don't know the actual combination, because I'll be honest, I don't care enough to try to do that. It just... Bad! Okay, fixed it. So yeah, I don't know the exact combination. For that, I apologize. But yes, you can build a Tinker's Sword, which probably does more damage than just about anything. That said, there are a couple swords that you can barely make that do a lot. Let's see. Automatic base swords. You're looking at the swords that automatically come in the game. That are buildable, that aren't Tinkers. I want to say Supremium's the strongest. 6, 8, 6, 8, 11, 15 for Superium. 6, 8. Yes, so out of the non-Tinker's weapons, the glass sword does the most. 40 attack damage. Problem is you can't make it. It's supposed to be an incredibly rare drop somewhere in the Twilight Forest, and I've never found it. The glass sword is the one that can do that, and it's an unbreakable. Outside of that, you're looking at Supremium. For me, I would rather have a weapon that's more specific. And by that, I mean, does something that I need it to. When I do use a Tinker's weapon, I will design it for the tool at hand. I'm going to be fighting a lot. I'm going to go get withers. I want something that does more damage against undead. I like knockback. I like knocking them back, especially so I can take on a mob of things all at once. That lets me knock things back. I can fight easier. So, again, some of those things can just depend on your play style more than anything else. That's why it's a very hard question to ask, because there's quite a bit... That's not wrong tool. There's a lot of difference of opinion on that I've come across in many of the subreddit. Or... Yes, looks good. There are probably some bows that do a lot. You're correct. Now, one thing I will say, this is just, no matter how good your computer is, you go in and out of compact machines a whole bunch real quick, it can sometimes cause, like, BAT! All right. Yeah, you can, it becomes too much for the game to bounce you in and out, so you may your game may crash. Doesn't mean you won't usually lose anything. You can just jump right back in, but I have had it kick me before just because I've used too much. Two spawn point. Exit. Well, you hate bats. I don't want animals flittering around in my things. If that had been a pig, I'd have done the same thing. Bat! Oh, visual glitch. That'll happen sometimes with the sword. The laser keeps going. My wife loves bats, and she hates it when I do that. My wife is a huge fan of bats. Boop, boop, boop. That one. Skip 1, 2, 3, skip 1, 4. It looks like you're getting a lot more viewers on the streams. It happens. Some days are better than others, yeah. Especially in the evenings, I definitely see a lot more folks here. I'm setting my spawn point in this corner in all of these, so that way I always spawn in the same place. Makes things a little bit easier sometimes. Yeah, we had like 29 or 30 a few minutes ago. Either way, it's still cool. I appreciate whether there's 10 of you or 10,000. I appreciate you coming by and hanging out with me. Gotta go to sleep. All right, Pulse. Have yourself a good day. No bats. We're safe. That is nuts. All right. A lot more Australias at this time than other streams. That's true. And now that I go an hour later, I stream till 1 a.m. my time. It definitely helps, I'm sure. But bats are the cause of COVID-19. That is incorrect. Humans are the cause of COVID-19. If humans had left the bat alone, the bats would have been fine. So would we. So I will clarify that again. No, I'm not a huge anti or pro bat person. I have very little bat points of view. People say that, oh, we're in sick because this animal did this. No, we ate the animal. We shouldn't have. Bastard. Bat! You. Oh, this one's a quick one. This is a bat lord. This is not a normal bat. It could be a vampire. You. Bat. Feared for my very life there for a moment, folks. It was possible. I almost didn't come out of that one alive. Just saying. You're really cool, like I'm in Minecraft school, except the teacher actually cares. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for Minecraft school. I like helping people. Many of the jobs I've had in my life have been some form of a training job or something like that. I've mentioned this a few times. I was in the training department for a large auto parts manufacturer many years ago. And they chose me to go over to China for several months to set up the training department there and to write work instructions for all the machines and teach everybody how to do everything. Because that's one of the jobs of the training department. You had to know how everything works in order to be able to teach everybody. All right, those are set. Pull Nausea. There you go. Saturday night here in Australia, but it's a Friday in the U.S. That is correct. The world has gone crazy. Oh, goodness. You know what I'm going to need? I'm going to need sprinklers. I'm going to need a lot of sprinklers. How many have I got? 28? Not enough. I will need iron bars and bone blocks. 3 of each. Iron bars. 1, 2, 3. Bone block. 1, 2, 3. I have a lot of bone blocks. And I will need a single bucket of water. Because of the new machine that we found that I love so much. I love the Fluid Crafter. It's my new favorite machine we've found in this playthrough so far. So in case you don't know what the Fluid Crafter does. You know, if you're making something with buckets, you either have to make like a Supremium bucket that holds a whole bunch of water. And then, you know, so that way you don't have to keep putting a new bucket in to keep making more of them. What the Fluid Crafter does, as long as it comes with fluid, it refills the bucket automatically. So as long as I have these here, it's just going to sit and make sprinklers until there are 64 of them. Then I come back and load the other parts again. It'll also work with anything that's lava. As long as it has the fluid coming in, and it only needs one type of fluid for the recipe. You can have 2 buckets of water. That'll still work. For this thing, I actually made a dense infinite water source in like 5 minutes just by letting it run by itself. So that's pretty cool. Join the stream, you bat. It's true. It happens. Move 1 meter during a specific part of the year, you can travel an hour in the future. I bet that probably, I'd say it's probably going to be for a lot of places, but I'd never thought of that. You're correct. All right, that's all I'm going to need for that. So now I need water. Huh. Forgot I put it over here. Huh. That's disappointing. I'm going to need another one. I think I have another water block. Let's see. Oh, I do. Cool. Let's just make make one of these. That's good enough. That'll be more than enough to do it. Excellent. All right, so now we got that. I'm also going to need a hoe. I have a hoe. I do not have a hoe. Wait, I do have a hoe. Let me check my weapons. Yes, diamond hoe. There we go. Trying to not use as much stuff up. Not that I don't have more than enough to do that. I'm not doing this the best way possible. Missed a spot, that's why. Things done. Every 3 blocks. Every other block. Okay. So again, for those of you who may have just recently tuned in, we are going to automate all of the different base essences. So Inferium. Oh, I'm just going to say light green, dark green, orange, blue, red, purple. I can never remember the names of all of them. Redentium, I think, is one of them. I don't care. All the base essences. I don't mean every crop. There's a lot of crops, and I've done that. The design I'm doing right now inside each compact machine is something I've done a lot. And if you ever watch how to automate mystical agriculture in a compact machine, which is one of my many, many tutorials, a lot of times I will do this exact thing, but I'll do 3 levels of it, and I'll have a different crop on each tier. So if I do that, then I have a horrendous amount of materials coming in for each one of those crops, which could really help, especially if you're, say, building a fission reactor, especially a max size one, which is one of the advancements, right? That needs a lot of specific things. Magnesium being a great example. You need a lot of magnesium coolers in order to pull that off. Magnesium, you can find it in the wild, but it's just better to go ahead and automate it. Why'd I grab the end one? I know better than that. I missed one. Okay. Let's see here. The Premium Matic? Nah. Again, I don't like any of the Tinker stuff. It's not a fan of the Tinker stuff. I'll use it when I need to. Early game, I make an obsidian pickaxe just so I can go get cobalt and ardite out of the nether. And then I don't make another Tinker's weapon again unless I need it for the advancements. And then I just do whatever I need for the advancements and throw them away. I like the traditional Supremium tools. They are cool. Again, I don't do this enough to put the time into building one. If I was going to make a bajillion farms or something, I've done, I might be more inclined to do something like that. I have tier 6 Inferium Seeds, and extra go and uncrafting grinder. Nah, not going to worry about that either. Again, there's ways to do it. I'm showing a couple different ways in this situation. This situation, I'm building a farm for each essence. Number 3. So this honestly doesn't take too long. This early stuff is all the same in all of them. Once I actually start building it, they're going to differ a little bit. But for this first part, they're all the same materials. So I'm just knocking them all out at once. And again, this is something that I normally wouldn't automate myself because it's unneeded. There are better ways to get a bunch of material. Because 99% of the time, once you have your Supremium tool and your Supremium weapon, you're not really going to mess with the base tier stuff unless you're making seeds. If you make seeds, then you need them of all different types. That's when this would become beneficial. Trying to back in my head, I'm trying to work out one design thing that's going to be at the end, how I'm going to run all these out of here where it doesn't clog a system. The only one downside, clogging a system. Let's see. Sky Factory 4 with no JEI. Definitely possible. I wouldn't do that, but it's possible. We did specifically say I don't do any challenges that aren't fun. Like even this, which is redundant, is still entertaining to me. I still enjoy doing the building and such. Adding things just for the point of making it frustrating, I don't usually do. And I'll say why. Because as a streamer, if I'm not having fun, you will not have fun watching me. That is a fact. And I'd say that's with probably most streamers, you know. There's a difference between people who make their job doing that. There are some streamers who are loud screaming at the game, throwing stuff, and that's why people like to see them. That's not the average streamer. Rage quit. That's not my style. I don't think people would come to my streams if I did that. Because, boy, my language gets colorful when I'm unhappy. Let's see here. There you go. That is exactly correct, Mr. That was why Volcano Block was the least fun I've ever had playing a Minecraft mod pack. Some people love it. I'm not saying it's a bad mod pack. It's not the type of mod pack that I would enjoy. Because nearly every step of the game, someone has gone and taken a normal process and made it harder than it needed to be just to slow you down so you had something to do. That's not my kind of fun. Again, not a bad mod pack. It's just not my kind of mod. Not something that I would enjoy doing. But a lot of people did, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right, so that should be all of those. Back up there for now. Done with my bucket. Done with my hoe. The last thing I'm going to add are the seeds, to be honest with you. But I am going to go check on those sprinklers. How are we doing? Hello, stack of 64 sprinklers. I love you. Now let's make 64 more. 3. Bone. 1, 3. I both loved and hated it. To play it or watch me? I don't think many people enjoyed watching me play it. There you go. Make 64. Grab those in a minute. Gotta remember to bring a bucket with me. I will accidentally set one of these in the water, need a bucket, and be mad at myself. Every single time. Both? Yeah, I bet. I'm gonna bring that. Grab that bucket I was just talking about. I will get in there and set one in the water and then need to fix it. That is a fact o' life. I will make a giant fail. That's okay. That's what I do. Again, if I really wanted a maximum output on these things, I could do like I was saying and do 3 tiers. Because you can fit 3 tiers of farms in here and it still work. And to have enough room for the crops to grow to their heights and stuff. You can do that. And if I was in a situation where I was trying to automate every essence in the game, which I'm not because I've already done that. If I was, I would do it that way to save compact machines. Mostly I'm trying to do some things that I haven't done before. Or at least haven't done as much. Right? So that was number 3, I believe. It was. These 39, that should do us. Could have went in the other pile. Nice. Steve says, think I'm going to head out. Need to get some sleep while I still can. All right. Have yourself a great evening, Mystique. And hopefully we will get a chance to see you again very, very soon. Thanks for being awesome. So, Mystique, as you can tell by her very cool blue font, is one of the moderators for the channel. You see someone chatting in a blue font here. On the Discord, I think it's green, but here it is blue. Those are moderators who do a whole heck of a lot of helping out, and we greatly appreciate them. Everyone who has a green font is a member of our membership program, because I have one of those. Bet you didn't know that. Let me tell you about it. So, the membership program, Draven's Dragons is the name of it, named by the members. They chose that. If you click the join button anywhere on my YouTube channel, that doesn't sign you up. It just tells you what it is. Like a Twitch stream or a Twitch sub, only cheaper. $2.99 a month. And you get the font, the little D&D dice after your name that changes numbers and changes colors the more months you're with us. Custom emojis for the channel you get access to on chat. You'll also get members-only streams, access to our members-only Minecraft servers. Currently, we have a Sky Factory 4 and a Pixelmon server going, so we've got 2 different servers. Gives you access to that. When I film videos that involve the community, I go to the members first. Things of that nature. Think of what else. Other things. Members only streams at least once a month. Discounts on the ODG store. On my website, onlydraven.com. I have a store. You can get ODG merch. Like, I have that on a shirt and a poster and a bunch of other stuff. I like the poster. That's the first poster I got. I like it a lot. Used for Australian $3.99. I believe that is correct. Yes, I apologize. The $2.99 American. I'm sure it converts. Some countries it's higher, some it's lower. So, oh, I'm thirsty today. I'm talking so much. I have the flappity gum effects. All right, so I had almost no glass when I turned this on 30 minutes ago. See how we're looking at for glass right now. 3K, not too shabby. I'll take it. Rest of our sprinklers, which I don't really need right now, but I'm in here. All right, so now I'm going to need power. And I'm going to give each machine its own, each compact machine is going to have its own individual power source. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people like to use flux networks or have power come in or share it off something else. I like to make every compact machine I build when possible. Speaking of, Muse's renewal just kicked in. Thank you, Muse. Appreciate that. I try to make each one completely self-sufficient. The only exception I have here right now is that there was no way to fit this polymer automation inside the loop fabricator farm. Sometimes you can't, but whenever possible, I try to make each machine its own individual. I can pick them up, move it, put it anywhere I want, and it won't be a problem. So there you go, Muse. Yeah, perfect timing, right? That is your second month. Welcome to a silver dice. Actually, it's iron. The colors are like leather, iron, gold. It's based on armor with 2 years being supremium. All right, correct. Yours is on. You may. Some people said on auto, and some people don't. So it is an option. All right. So I'm going to need a power source for all of these. I'm going to use a combustion. Normally, if you've been here a lot, you know that I prefer to use. I did not mean to make 64 of those. Wow. That was a mistake. Whoops. What is that? No, I don't want simple combustion. I want the upgradable. I'm making the wrong one here. There we go. I normally use lava and geothermal. I prefer that. I like to use combustion in this situation just because it doesn't need that much power. I'm going to need, so I've got 5 of those. I'm going to need 5 harvesters. Harvester of sorrow. Sorry. I do that in every time I say it. Because you may not know this about me. I am a nerd. What's going on now? Sir, I am automating each level of essence. So, you know, regular, inferium, dark green, orange, blue, all the way up to insanium. We're doing them all into some compact machines. It was requested. 5 harvesters. I'm going to need trash cans. 5 of those. Going to need hopping bonsai. I will need 10 of those. I don't have any. 10. 9. Oh, 1 shy. 10 of those. We'll need 10 chests. 16 is good enough. I need more chests later anyways. Actually, let me fix that. Grab a whole lot. Let's see. I'm going to need cables. So many cables. 3. I'm going to need more. 5 of those. Item extraction cables. This is going to get it's going to get a little chunky, right? Let me grab a couple of those. I need at least 64. I did not have enough. What did I run out of? Nugs. Oh, okay. Well, if you have COVID once you get the vaccine. Did for me when I got. For me, it was mostly exhaustion and body ache. Like I just worked out at a gym for 6 hours. My whole body was sore. But yes, I understand where you're coming from, though. Thunk. There we go. 64 beautiful of those. I am going to need more of these. This will probably be a problem. Yes. These are always a problem. Rex. Most annoying recipe in the game. How many have I got? Oh, make me a few. I'll take that. Gonna need more than that, but I'll take it. Start. Get a stack of those. I'm gonna need a stack of those. Excellent. There's no fluid in this setup. Gonna need wood and saplings. Wood. I don't really need that many, but I like to take extra. So there's some wood. And I'm going to need saplings. Which saplings shall we use for this? What do I have that I don't care about? Where's petrified? Petrified is the most useless sapling. There they are. 8K. Yeah, that'll work. When does the dice update? Because for the first time I did it, it had been gray. It's brown the first month. Then it goes gray. You know what? Let me look it up to be sure. I don't want to tell you wrong. Memberships. All right, so let's see what we got here. It's brown, then it goes gray after your first month. It goes yellow after your second month. So when you start your third month, it goes yellow. 6 months is green. 12 months is blue. Basically, let me phrase. Leather, iron. Gold at 2 months, after 2 months. Emerald at 6. Diamond at 12. Supremium at 24. I would put more in there, but that's the most that it will let me do. That's why I only have those levels. Been here longer than 2 months. No, it's saying that. Now, he may have been longer, may not have been a member that whole time. But yeah, it's saying, it says, I've never had that be wrong. Let me take a look just to be on the safe side. Total time as member. Let's see. Muse Maze. Joined a month ago. Yeah, saying that 30 days. But it's all good. Yeah, this is your second month. Yeah, I was going to say, you've been here definitely. He was here longer than that, for sure. Yeah, Muse has been around for a while. And we appreciate that, Mr. Muse. We do. All right, so let's back to work here. So, I know I'm missing something, and it's going to make me so mad. Figure it out when we get in there. Get in here, and I'm going to immediately remember what I thought, and I'll be mad. Oh. All right, so right off the bat, first thing we got to put, I am fat. I will mess up this dirt. I probably should have brought a hoe with me. Harvester of Sorrow. Upgradable. I know I need upgrades to the modifiers. That I knew I was going to need, but I'm waiting on that. I'm going to do that last because I need so many of those. All right, so now I need chests. Go there and there. Trash can. It's going to go there. Item extraction cable. There. And there. Pink. Pink. This side, I'm going to blacklist wood. This side, I'm going to mess up and put that down. Then, I'm going to whitelist wood. Everything else goes to the trash can because I don't care about it. Petrified stack. Then I'm going to need energy extraction cables. Knew I would forget something. I also forgot mulch. Okay. I knew I was going to forget something. Close to 11 months. 1 year. That is true. We got a handful of 1 years. There's some folks kicking around. Caspin is a good example. Caspin said it wasn't as bad as they thought, soreness of shoulder. A friend of mine got something that I guess is called COVID arm, where it got all red and rashed up on one side. I guess that's relatively common. I didn't know. Interesting, though. Interesting. And disturbing. I mean, I'm glad I didn't have that, but I feel bad for Do harvesters give seeds? No, they do not, sadly. Do not. All right. Energy extraction cables. Why did I not make enough of those? Failed. 35. That's enough. I'm good on that. And then I need a mulch. All your mulch belong to Drake. Go. Where'd my hoe at? We'll definitely finish all this tonight. All right, so I need mulch. Doop, doop. Need those extraction cables. Power over there. Pump that up. That needs to go to area. And all I need are 2 saplings. That's going to start doing power. I'm going to turn that off so it'll build up power and not waste it while there's no crops there. Colonel, no plant tractors. My son could be coming on. Excellent! Well done. Well done. I mean, that you do. Overall, I'm happy to hear that, man. Glad to hear that. Congrats to you and your family. Again, hopefully speedy recovery. All right. That one's running. That one's running. That one's running. I don't have the modifiers in it yet, but like I said, that'll speed. I'm going to do that after I get all these built. What has happened? Still working on a project. So right now I'm going to automate each tier of the different essences, each inside of a compact machine. Hello, Tador. Let's see. Turn that off. Area. So yeah, I was talking about earlier, and I kind of got sidetracked there. So the membership program definitely has some cool stuff that comes with it. You get some perks there. It's a great way to support the channel and get yourself some free stuff in the meantime. Not everybody likes the idea of that, though. You don't have to, and that is totally fine. There are a lot of different ways to support the channel. Like I said, we do sell merch on the store. It's my website, Onlydraven.com. You can also tip or donate through Super Chat or Super Sticker. Or preferably, there's also a link down in the description of all of my streams that allows you to tip or donate by credit card, PayPal, or any of that stuff. So never have to, always appreciate it. When's it going to end? We still have an hour and 40 minutes. I go till 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we have some time. This side, blacklist, wood. This side, whitelist, wood. So no, we still got a little shy of 2 hours. Almost an hour and 45 minutes left. We got time. What's up, Quentin? Good day. Quentin, one of our newer members. Hello, sir. Right now, working on automating every tier of essence, except the regular inferium, because I already have that automated upstairs outside of this thing. I'm going to do the same thing twice. I'm a crazy man. Not that crazy. All right, that's turned off. That's good. That's 2 power sources set up with a harvester. So we're doing 5 compact machines at once. So I'm bouncing between them all, doing each phase of this build all at one time. That way, some of the things that are a little bit harder, I can just kind of dedicate those all at once. That. Harvester. Turn it to area. Turn it off. Upgradable. That. Chest. Trash can. Compact machine. Crank it up. Crank it up. There we go. Compact machine. Crank it up, but whitelist. I forgot the whitelist and blacklist. Energy extraction cable. Crank that up. Sapling. Mulch. There we go. That one's done. Was the pot connected to the chest? That is a trash can. And here, when I'm going in here, I'll show you why I use it. So, as you know, hopefully, saplings drop a ton of stuff. And normally, out in the regular world, in the game, you want all that stuff. But inside of here, I don't. The saplings exist purely for giving power, or wood, to my combustion generator. Right? So I don't really need all the other stuff. I just need the wood. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting down a couple of chests. I'm putting down a trash can. Then I add item extraction cables. Crank that up to maximum. I'm going to blacklist wood, which means wood can't go through this. Then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to whitelist wood. That means only wood can go through this. So what that means is whenever the sapling drops stuff, wood will go through here or build up in the chest. Everything else goes in the trash can and gets destroyed because I just don't need it. That's a way of voiding things out without there being lag because the trash can is designed to do that. Now this thing on top of it, if this is what you're asking for, is a hopping bonsai. Bonsai pots you can put mulch in or dirt. You can add a sapling and they will grow. Blacklist. Thank you. Crap. That might have caused a problem. It did. Okay. Thank you for finding that. I would have messed that up. See, because I made that boo-boo, I has to fix a thing. That means something in there's clogging it. That can't burn. That's why we do this. So again, thank you very much for that. I had to break the saplings or the stuff was going to be produced quicker than I could fix it. So, there we are. Now it's whitelisted correctly. Oops. That back on there. Have our mulch again. And our saplings are already there. Now that should work correctly with wood coming in here. When it spawns, it does. Excellent. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. So this one's also done. Well, you know, that part of it. One more, and then we can move on to the next step. Now, there is always a tiny chance my game may crash. Not because my computer can't handle it or I'm causing too much lag, but if you go in and out of compact machines very quickly, anybody, regardless of your setup, there's a chance the game's going to crash on you. There's nothing you can do about it. I'll turn that off. That's extraction cable. Set up. Chest. Those trash can. Extraction cable. Set up. Oops. Wood in there. Extraction cable. Whitelist that one. Mulch and sapling. There we go. Are you going to do protection X on your armor? Nah, not really. The armor keeps me alive, and being an android, it's hard to kill me anyways. I don't normally put much, and on Supremium, I can't remember, I don't think you can enchant them. You can put charms in them, but I'm not sure they can be enchanted. I don't think I've ever tried, but I don't believe they can be. Do I have any on how to make compound thing? Oh, you mean like the compact machines? How to make the machine that I'm in? Good question. I do. I have a lot of tutorials that involve compact machines, for sure. I use them a lot. There it is. This is Introduction to Compact Machines. That'll give you the basics, and then there's another one that says how to make maximum sized one and how to combine a simple storage with it. There's a few different things there, but that's the first one I would recommend watching. That my badge has been brown and it updated today, not when the month 2 came through. Gotcha. Let me see. What am I doing here? Oh, yeah. I need to get rid of this resin. So this one's done too, right? Yes. Ba-doop. All right. So all 5 of those are now set up with a power source and a harvester. Of sorrow. So next, things get a little bit more complicated. Now I need autocraft. Gonna need a bunch of auto. Don't know how many I can make. 15. Not gonna be enough. What am I missing? Need some observers. Give me a stack of those. I need some crafting tables. Give me a stack of those. Crafting table. I don't have any purple. Give me some purple. No. Give me a stack of autocrafters. No, because I ran out of pistons. Didn't think about that. Now I should get a stack. Come on. There it is. All right. Let's see here. It's really stupid to get, but it's just a flex. Gotcha. How long have I been following with my yellow? Yellow happens after your second month. So when you start your third month, you get yellow. So when you first start, you get brown. When you start your second month, you get gray. When you start your third month, you get yellow. When you start your 6th month, you get green, which is emerald. When you start, I believe it's I haven't looked at it in just a little while. Can you do a draconic evolution generator in a compact machine? In theory, yes. But they don't. Draconic isn't in this mod pack, so I've never had to try it. If you're playing a mod pack that has both of them, I don't see why it wouldn't. Yes. Oh, you were talking about the. I'm sorry. Draconic, yeah, the draconic evolution stuff will not. I was thinking you were talking about Android stuff. Matter overdrive. The matter overdrive reactor, yes, you can put in one. It's crazy. Compact machine is in Stone Block 2. I believe that it is. I don't remember. If it is, I never built one. I don't think I did that in Stone Block. I didn't think it was. All right, so we're going to have to go back to cables because now things get complicated. Bunch of those. I'm going to need some essences. Let's see. Stack those. Stack of those. Almost had a stack of those. Only thing I don't have is orange. Stack of those. I don't have any insanium. Really all I need. All right, so we've got that. I'm going to have 5. I need 5 infusion crystals. And for this, you have to use the red one. Do not waste your time not doing the red one. I'm wasting some of my supremium here, I know. That's why I'm doing them one at a time. Just got to make sure I have enough supremium to do what I need to do later. Here for 5. Oh my god, I'm going to need way more than that. Hold on. Moment, please. 20, that's it? Dang it. Just saw is there a possibility for a Stone Block server? We had one. It did not work out well for a couple reasons. Server company can't host it off the Curse Forge launcher, which is what we pretty much all use. Because Curse does not have the most recent version of it. The most recent version is only on the FTP launcher. FTP. And when we tried to do it, it just kept glitching out and not working. Kind of like we're struggling with Sky Factory 4. The issue we're running into with a lot of the... I'm just going to do a couple of these. We're running into a lot of the servers is the more mods that are available in a mod pack, the harder it's going to be to have a bunch of people playing it. And I say that because everybody wants to do the same things. We've already had to say everybody can't do saplings because it just won't work. Too many saplings. Can't do that. Forgot I need 5 more trash. I've got chests. Yes. Need the extraction cables. Extraction cables. How many tunnels have I got? 1. Okay, we'll have to come back for tunnels. But yeah, we did have one. It started off okay, but it didn't work well, sadly. Okay, so next, we're going to add a chest. Then we're going to add a machine, or autocrafter. Compact machine. What am I on? Then we're going to grab our trash can, set that guy here. Get an extraction cable, goes here. Make it. Here. Oh, I remember what I forgot. I go back and get something here in just a minute. Now I can probably do it with this. This will work. All right, so the kitchen here is Inferium Essence. All these things we're making are going to have Inferium Essence only. So I need to whitelist Inferium over here. I need to blacklist Inferium right here. And the reason I'm doing that is that all mystical agriculture seeds have a chance of giving you this pink essence stuff. Doesn't happen that often, but it can happen. And if you don't create a way to destroy it, it will eventually clog up your crafting, which sucks. No, I apologize. I barely got time to do much today because my other job was very busy. Oh, bye, Harry Potato. Let's see. So I've not checked it today. No, I apologize. I have not had time. So, oh, I remember why I don't put it like that. Hang on a minute. That's just not. We want this to be relatively pretty, right? Where'd it go? Trash can. Oh, this one again. Blacklist Inferium. Then we take our red cable. Going to run our whatever this is, Autocrafter. Autocrafter. This is going to take 4 of those and create green. That's it. Then I'm going to have a chest. There. Extraction cable going into that chest, which will pull everything. And I'm going to have one more extraction cable here, but I have to connect it to a tunnel first. So I have to get the tunnels. That'll be one of the last things we do. Okay? Simple, easy. So now this is going to gather the essence. Going to put it in this chest. Pink essence goes to the trash can. Inferium goes over here and makes us our Prudentium. Number 1. Enjoying the Pixelmon. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Now we go to number 2. Hello, number 2. How goes it? So, again, we're looking at very much like the same process. With more. You. Alright, so let's get that for a minute. Grab our Inferium Essence. So everything's going to come through that one. This one, we blacklist Inferium. This one, we whitelist Inferium. Then we grab our trashy can. Put him down here. Go away. All right. Then we put down an Autocrafter. And this Autocrafter, again, I'm going to do that. That. Power. But wait, there's more. Now it's going to go here to another one. This one's going to go. Going to make our orange. That is going to go like this. Up. Chest. And again, I'm going to put an extraction cable into a tunnel. I think the problem is he was saying that the other day he was trying to get onto it, and every time he tried, it was just restarting over and over and over again. When I looked at it in the hub, it wasn't doing that, but I haven't logged onto it to see if it would happen to me. All right, so they both got power. Now we're creating 2 essences. Then we back out. Number 3. Stuff. Extraction. Oops. Just there. Stop that. Now you're facing the wrong way. Not consistent, I'm going to be angry. The thing that's going to take the most time is making enough seeds for all of this. To be honest with you. That one gets everything. That one gets blacklist Inferium. Gets whitelist Inferium. Okay. That out of the way, that out of the way, that. 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 Those. Essence, essence, essence. Make dark green. That. Makes the orange. That. Makes the blue. 64. 4. Again, I will need a chest. this. That. Chest. That is where it go. Then I need to get power. Okay. Let's see here. I've been on it all day and not had any issues. Oh, really? On the Sky Factory? That's awesome. Okay, cool. I meant to, and I'll be honest, we were slammed at work today. I don't know why. Maybe it's because there's a holiday coming up. I couldn't begin to tell you, but it was irritating. One thing I can't stand is people that make me want to, make me do my job. Okay, so this one is set. Now we've got 3 essences. On to number 4. And we are going to run out of those red crystals. A minute, I'm going to have to fix that problem. That's okay. Get to that when we get to that. Chest. You. Everything. Blacklist Inferium. Whitelist Inferium. Again, I'm saying this out loud, A, for my own mental, make sure I'm doing the right steps, and so that hopefully it will, help others. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hang on a minute. Yep, that's the problem. I didn't put the trash can down on this one. Again, if I miss a step, I want to get it before I mess it up. I want to make sure I'm not missing a step in any of these. Friday? Oh, does it usually work better on Fridays? Be cool. Ah, I think that's the one I wanted to go into. It is. Excellent. Got that done. That's already blacklisted. That's already whitelisted. There we go. Autocrafters. That one. Crystal. Green. That one. Crystal. Dark green. That one. Crystal. Orange. That one. Oh, right spot. Blue. Well, look at me throwing everything all over the place. That one. That. Chest. Chest. Traction cable that will add it. Now I have to give them all power. You'll notice I keep doing the same thing. I'm just adding a step to each one. Buzzy Gaming, I just came to give you a like on your video. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Well, thank you for stopping by. That's awfully nice of you. Thank you. Thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. Lots of people come in here today. Seeing lots of likes, too. Thank you to all the folks who've been liking and subscribing. I appreciate that. And also, again, a shout out to earlier in the night, because we did also get a $5 donation from Muse. No, that's a member. Sorry, from Fucci. Onlydraven's lost dog. Kills me. Fucci took that name and still has it. That boggles me. I love it. All right. This one is done, right? Yes. Okay. Now we need work. Now we must do things. I'm going to need 5 more crystals. I don't know if I have the Supremium for that. So let's do this. And let's do this. Start. You have 2 jobs too, do you? Yeah, it's busy. Oh, I already had lots of skulls over here. I must have just run out of the sand. Okay. That works. That'll take care of that for a minute. Get in there. I'm going to need chest first, trash can. Just real quick, I'm making myself a little Supremium, which I'm about to build a machine that I won't even have to do this anymore, but it'll work. William Francis says, I love your tutorials. They help a lot when I had no idea what a mod was about. Well, glad I could help. And again, always remember, thank you for stopping by, but if there's any tutorials or stuff people could use that I haven't made yet, please let me know. Always looking for new ideas. How did I get so much Wither Skull? Ah, what a wonderful question. I am happy to show you. This guy. So in this compact machine, I built a loot fabricator farm. Each one of these, polymer is coming in. It is consistently running whatever I need it to. And this one's a Wither data model. Wither data, it's giving me stars. This one is giving me cores. One of these, which one is? I think it's Wither itself. Yes. That one gives me Wither skulls. So for every pristine that the Wither skeleton pops out, my system converts it into 6 skulls and then moves it into my machine, along as with every other matter. You could do this with every single data model if you want. But most of the stuff that you get from them, I don't really need. You know, I don't need a bunch of regular skeleton heads. What am I going to do with those, right? So I'm just doing the ones that actually produce something useful, like this stuff. You can't get that really anywhere else. And this is dragon spit because I was using that for something. Some of these I probably don't even need now. But as you can see, it's just building up different materials and things. So there's 6 more skulls. When you're in here, nothing leaves. You have to leave the compact machine for stuff to get out. That's why there's always the last thing I put up every time is a chest. So if I'm in there for a few minutes, it still has somewhere to put that stuff. So all those things are being made in the loot fabricator farm. They come out here, popped inside of a wireless transfer node, which then brings it over here to this chest, which is overflowing. Okay, I'm going to have to fix that in the minute. I did that again. I have a bad habit of putting too many things to a single chest. I have to move some of them to that one. I'll fix that in a minute. We'll fix that when we're done. I've been needing to fix that for a while. So, go over here and grab the rest of my Supreme. But that's how I'm getting so many skulls. Not enough there. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, that's true. Yeah, kernel streams as well. Let me see. We're going to see. Okay, just make sure I caught up with everything that's supposed to be here. Crystal. One of those things. That one. 6. I'm specifically doing one at a time so I don't make too many. I don't want to make a ton of those and then not need them. Oh, well, I appreciate that, Colonel. Happy to be a positive effect on somebody's life. All right. Oh, I did not set a spawn point in this one. All right, last one. Then it's all modifiers and then seeds. Padap, padap, padap. That one's all the way. That one's all the way blacklist inferium. That one's all the way whitelist inferium. Then we start with the auto crafter. Will be inferium. Crystal. Another one. Crank that up. That. The dark green. Crystal. That one. Again. This one is going to be orange and a crystal. I also got to remember, I also got to make tunnels. That's the other thing I got. 5 tunnels. Cranked up. One's blue, 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 blue. Crystal. Oop. That one. That up. That one. Red, 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 and a crystal. And that's actually it, because the red will make insanium, and I don't need to turn that into anything else. That. Our chest on top. Again, the chest is here, so if I have to come in here for any reason, the stuff that's being made will actually go somewhere. It just doesn't stop and clog. What does the exchanging tool do? So the exchanging tool literally will let you replace a block with another block from your inventory. So, for example, let's say you build a house out of cobblestone. And then you want to come back later and you want to change that cobblestone to brick. Something else. You can use that device to exchange them. There's different ways of doing it. I want to say I've done a tutorial on that one. Intrigued me. Now I've got to ask. Nope, doesn't. Is it the exchanging tool? Maybe yes. Let me look at the chat again. What'd you say? Yeah, I don't think I've done a tutorial on that. Intriguing. I guess I'll add that to the list for this week. Got 4 tutorials currently in the works. So, not very good at English because I live in Europe, in a country with just 6 million citizens called Bulgaria. No, not to worry, Todor. That's awesome, man. Because there's always an audience. I just realized I didn't put any electricity to the last one of these. That was a bumble. That was a bumble. All right. All of these are set. Oh, I forgot that trash can again. That's not where that's supposed to go, and it'll be inconsistent and bug me if I don't put it in the right spot. There. Thank you. So those are all running. Pop back out, because I think I forgot power in the 4th one. Nope, I got power in it. See, 1, 2, 3 up the wall. 4 up the wall. Correct, that's correct. So those are all, for all intents and purposes, built. The only thing I need at this point, out of all this stuff, the exchanging tool, the item extraction cable, and I need some tunnels. So let's look at tunnels. There's 1. I'm going to need 4 more. This is compact blocks, a hopper, and redstone. Compact block. Hopper, we'll name him Dennis. And some redstone. Okay. Just like before. This. That on top. Redstone. Make a square around it. That's how you make tunnels. The tunnels are how items go in and out of compact machines. You attach a tunnel to the inside wall and then allocate which exit it is. Sounds confusing. I'll go over it in just a minute, I promise. Say you're against creative flight armor. Would trying to get crystallized obsidian armor worth it? Maybe. If you're against creative flight armor, look at it. Pants? Not pants. What are they called? They're leggings. So if you're against creative flight, well, that's not giving me anything either. Oh, there's. I normally just run diamond, to be honest with you. If you're not using creative flight, diamond does just about everything. I mean, you could do the tinker stuff at that point if you really wanted to. But for my money, until I can get creative flight, I only use diamond because unless you're in the Twilight Forest, there's really not a lot of fighting in Sky Factory 4. You know? There's really not a lot of combat. I don't spend a whole lot of time on focusing on combat survival because I don't do that much of it. By the time I can get to the bosses in Twilight Forest, even if I couldn't have creative flight, even if I zoomed up there in a Vicecraft airship, I'm still going to be an android with a gun and shoot it from a distance and survive. So I haven't done a whole lot of that. Have you done a tutorial on how to autocraft the polymer for the simulation chamber? That's the one that's coming out this week. Because we just built it here for the first time within the last week. So the ones coming out this week are going to be how to automate polymer and how to build the automated simulation chamber. So both of those are coming out this week. 5, that's not. Oh, yes, no, wait, yeah. Oh, I forgot a step. Oh, pain. The pain of loving you. Those and those. Let's get this done first. Then I'll fix the thing. Let's see. It will say me up. I will give your super chat of 20. If you will say me up, I will give you super chat of. Well, I don't know what that is, but okay. Best of luck to you. I'm not sure what you're looking for there, my friend. All right. I always like to set mine up. So these are a tunnel. You put a tunnel on a wall, and then when you click on it multiple times, it says up, north, south, west, east, and then it comes back off again. Down, up. You put it on there and you click it. Even though I have this on the wall, that means any item that I put to this is going to be coming out the top of the compact machine. Doesn't matter where I put it, but you can only put one tunnel on any given wall. There's that. That's going to take the juice out. Let's see here. Question. I'm at the point of Sky before. I need HCB pellets using your design, but I have run into one problem. The electrolytic separator is not producing any hydrogen or oxygen. Is it getting water? Just checking. Is the water coming into it? So it has water in the tank. Okay. Brief moment while we take a look at the setup for HDPE. Have you unlocked the mulches that you're trying? Yeah, I have all the mulches at this point. So here we are. So, a couple things to look at. Electrolytic separator. Let me go back to this again. Electrolytic separator is not producing any hydrogen or oxygen. So, first thing I would check here. Down here in the bottom left and right where it says idle, dumping excess, if it just has dump, I think it's dump, then everything that it makes is just being thrown into the void and destroyed. I have this at idle, hydrogen, because I want it to keep making that. But the oxygen, I have dumping excess because sometimes this produces oxygen faster than I can use it. So are both of these set on idle or dumping excess? What's the other option? Dumping. That's it. So if it says dumping, then it just throws away everything. Yours are both set to idle. So it has water, it has power, but these are just staying empty. Right one has to be dumping it. Right, well, if it's not making anything, though, it won't make much of a difference. Are these tanks full? Would be my question. Either is full. That's true if they're full, but they're both empty, is I believe what he's saying. Yeah, so both of these are empty. If this has water, this has power, and these are empty, there's something wrong with the block. I would recommend breaking it and building a new one. Completely honestly. It can happen. Any block can just stop working. You may have a block that's glitched. Because if it's got water and power, there's no reason for this. Even if it was blocked at full, they would still be full. If they're empty and nothing's happening, you may want to look down here and make sure that you have it on disabled. If you have it on high and low, that could be controlling for how the power runs, maybe. The only other thing I could maybe think of. Check and make sure that's disabled. But if that is, then you're probably going to want to break your separator and make another one. As horrible as that sounds, because... Oops. Oh, sorry. Hold on a minute. One of my kitties stepped on the light for one, or the switch for one of my lights. I would suggest breaking it and trying another one. And like any block can glitch, right? You may just have a bad block. Talked about that a little bit earlier. Can happen to pretty much anybody, and it's not fun. Here, tunnel, up, extraction cable, all the way. We're about to get to the last two steps, and they're the steps that are going to take the longest. I've been getting them off. Turn that to up. Let's see. Something special I was going to say. Something special I was going to address today. Oh, right. Just because tomorrow's Sunday and I don't have, for me, tomorrow's Saturday. And, I think I may have just put that one in. I did. Wrong one. I don't have a stream Sunday morning, which means I don't have as many consequences Saturday night. That sounds odd, but you'll know what I'm talking about in a minute. I'm going to be running a donation special. I hate when I say this. Where the... I haven't picked exactly how many yet, but the certain amount of donations or something like that will be... we'll be doing probably double shots again. Because I haven't done that in a while, and I thought it might be fun. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, anytime somebody donates $10, or whether it's $10 cumulative worth of donations, I have to spin a wheel and drink the shot that's on that wheel. Even if it's the mystery bag. But I haven't done one of those in a little while. So, I was chatting with a friend today. I think we're going to do that tomorrow, which means... for every certain amount, or for the first 5 or something like that. I'll have to figure out exactly how I'm going to do it this time, but it means that double spins, or for every 20 you get a third spin. We've done it a couple different ways. I'm not exactly sure I haven't figured it out yet, but I had someone ask if I would do it again, and I said sure. So tomorrow night we're going to have a special run on those. All right. Those are all set up now to eject everything I need. All I need now are the modifiers. That'll take a minute. So let's see how bad this is going to hurt me. Modifiers. I need 5 times 4. I need 20 stacks of modifiers. This is going to use a lot of mojo. Okay, ran out of sand. Sand? Sand. Do you live in Russia? Oh, Vietnam. Interesting. Is this your fundraiser? No, the fundraiser for the animal shelter is going to be next month because I want to set aside a whole day dedicated to that. So what's probably going to happen is I'll take a Wednesday, and instead of doing like a morning stream and a night stream, I'll do one long stream. But yes, next month I'm going to be doing a fundraiser for the local animal shelter here in my town. It's where I got all 3 of my kitties. They're having a bit of a rough year getting donations and stuff. So I'm going to set aside a whole day for that next month. And all donations made on that long stream, which will be like a 10 or 12 hour stream. Everything donated will be going to the animal shelter. It's one here in my local town. It's the Oak Ridge or Anderson County. Technically, it's both. But it's a local animal shelter in my area. Again, it's where I got my kitties, and we try to donate up there whenever we can. And a lot of times they ask for anything. You got like old towels, old blankets. So we're always trying to gather up stuff. One thing a friend of mine did, I didn't even think about this. I didn't know about it till afterwards. But they had little fleece blankets, for a kid, for like $2 or something like that at Walmart for Christmas last year. You get one that's meant to be just a little something to throw under the tree. And a friend of mine went and dropped $100 on them and bought a whole 50 of these things and just took them all to the animal shelter and said, here's a bunch of stuff. And they were ecstatic for that. I was like, wow, that's awesome. So I've always planned on, I wanted to do something this year, but again, COVID and everything is thrown up. But definitely, I do the Extra Life charity stream at the end of the year, and that supports Children Miracle Network. That's the Extra Life charity. That's a 24-hour stream where everything goes to help sick kids. But I'm going to do a long stream next month, and everything made on that stream, every donation is going to be going to the local animal shelter here in my town, which will be cool because this is going to sound really weird. This is going to seem silly, but I have an actual business bank account now that's Onlydraven Gaming, and they don't take cards. They only take cash or checks. I will get to write my first Onlydraven Gaming check will be going to that charity, which I'm pretty excited about. And say, hey, give me that kind of thing. That's, I don't know, silly. I just think it might be kind of cool. Will it be on your Saturday? Probably not. The problem with that is I can't get off my other job on the weekends. There's just no availability to get a Friday or Saturday off until November. At this point, they're just not giving any opportunity. They're only allowing like one person off a day, and every day, there's not one day you can take a whole day off until November. So they're saying they're going to do something about it, but we're still waiting. So most likely it'll have to be one of my days off, which is Wednesday or Thursday. So it'll most likely probably be a Wednesday, which sucks. I'd much rather do it. But what I may do is I may start in the early afternoon and run till really late at night for me. So imagine if right now we still had 4 or 5 hours to go. Especially for a lot of the international folks, that may be easier because it's more in the day for them. So kind of something like that. But definitely going to work something out. I'm not sure exactly which, probably mid-month, but we're going to work on that because I really, really, really want to do that. My wife is a huge animal nut. When I told her about that, man, it shocked her. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't I? I think it's an awesome local charity. I try to support local charities whenever I can. And the reason I do the Extra Life charity, the big reason I do that, 2 of them, is one, I'm big fan of Rooster Teeth. You all know that. They've been a big one of it. The big motivation. They do that every year. They've made millions of dollars for that charity, and it inspired me to get into streaming to do it. And the second thing is one of my very best friends, a gentleman named Sean, his daughter had just cancer throughout her whole body when she was just a baby and a toddler and had to have major surgeries. Now she's like her early to mid-teens. She was just a couple years ago, she was the ambassador. You went to a Walmart or any place that was taking donations for that, and it's a picture of a little girl with curly black hair. That was his daughter. So they do a lot to work with that charity as well. So I wanted to help support that. So that's why I do that one every year. But I thought it would be awesome to do an animal one as well. I think that'd be cool. So I apologize if I went on a bit of a rant there, but both supporting those two things are kind of important to me. But it started to work. I set to high and not disabled. Oh, there you go. Good deal. Speaking of which, my nephew came back for St. Jude's checkup and still cancer clear. Excellent. Well, she has to do hers every year too. So we always, finger crossed kind of thing. Excellent news. Well, we'd be happy to have you, sir. Yeah, anyways, I want to do, like I said, animal stuff. The donations that come into here, I try to put into the channel in some way. Some things are things like right now, all donations go towards getting me a new chair so my butt hurts less. This chair is not comfortable. But I try to get stuff that makes the streams better, lighting, camera, microphones, webcams. I try to do stuff to put back into the channel that makes your ability to enjoy this at least a little bit better. Is the goal. You know what I mean? I try not to buy super silly stuff. The only silly thing I say I kind of got is I really wanted that clock that counts. It's linked to YouTube and it keeps track of how many subscribers I have. Because I've seen a lot of big streamers use them and I was kind of jealous. I really wanted one. So there was that. Oh, hello. Hello, Kitty. No, you have to worry about it. Again, that's a big thing I want to stress. No one should ever feel bad that they can't donate, whether it's to a charity or just to me. If you come here and you click like, you have done a ton to support the channel. Something as simple as clicking like really, really does have a huge difference on how well the channel does. The more people that like a video, the more that YouTube is going to advertise it to other people. The more people who are subscribed to my channel, the more my channel will be recommended to other people. So things like that make a huge, huge difference and help. People are always like, oh, I feel bad I can't give money. You help out a lot just by being here and watching my video, chatting in the stream, clicking like and subscribing. You got a friend who's interested, tell them about it, have them swing my way. All that kind of stuff makes a huge difference, and I appreciate all levels of assistance helping me to grow this thing. Because I definitely want to make this a full-time, it's my full-time gig, let me rephrase that. I would like to make this my only job at some point. So that way I can stream like 6 to 8 hours a day, every day around the same time, and it'll be a little bit easier for everybody to watch. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Knew I was going to run into something. All right. I've got, thankfully, a lot of iron at this point. That 1, 2, 3, 4. I already know that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. Phase 1. Always like videos. I appreciate the tour. I really, really do. I broke the like button. Well, I appreciate that as well. I'm going to run out of redstone. I always run out of redstone. I'll bet that's what I run out of before gold. Yep, I was wrong. Wouldn't you know it? The one time I thought I had enough gold. Okay. Let me get some gold going real quick. I thought I had already made a bunch of gold, but I guess I've been tearing through it without paying attention. And hit the bell. There you go. Yeah, the bell helps too. Because again, every time you interact, YouTube's algorithm recognizes that. A good example, leaving a comment on a video. Some people, I've had people say, "Oh man, someone posts on your video. They just post a comment. All they put was like first or something like that." You be honest, that actually helps. You know, I'm not unhappy if somebody wants to do that. It legitimately helps the channel because again, that algorithm sees that. It sees how many people are interacting. You know, down the road, the world becomes a happy place. Someone may one day think the stream or the channel is big enough or good enough that they may want to sponsor or buy ad to have me, advertise their product. Things like that, they're going to look and see, okay, how many people are watching the stream? How many people are clicking like? How many people are chatting? How many people are leaving comments? They want to see not only are people out there, but how much do they value their interaction? Which again, a lot of you probably have noticed that lately I've been mentioning at every stream my Twitter and my Instagram. Same kind of thing. social media nowadays is just a requirement. And so they're like, oh, okay, you got a cool channel. How many people follow you on Twitter? If you post about one of our products, how many people are going to see it? So trying to grow all that stuff at one time to make this a successful business so I can do this all the time with you guys. It takes a lot of hard work, though. I mean, I'll be the first to admit that. Zero complaints, of course. I enjoy it. Nuked the like button. Well, I appreciate that. He says, being here watching Draven die during games and getting forsnickered is just as good as donating. That's true. And no one enjoys me dying and getting forsnickered as much as Teresa. Years to come, Draven's going to have a lot. It would be awesome. I mean, definitely, that's the dream, right? That's, but you know, that's what makes something like this the ability to pay for my own. Because again, and it sounds silly, my wife has a lot of medical issues. I've talked about that. I have to have a job with medical insurance. For me to leave a job with medical insurance, I'd have to be making enough to pay for full medical coverage for her. That's my thing. If I could replace my job and have enough to cover it, I'd leave it in a heartbeat and do this full time. I love my wife, of course, and I can't take a gamble on her health. So, because I've had people like, oh, you're doing well, could you stop? I'm like, I cannot risk my family health without having medical insurance. That's what you live for. It's true. So she likes it when I die in games. She enjoys that side of it. I have to wait for the gold to build up before we do that. So we're going to work on some of the seeds now while we're waiting on the rest of those. Forsnickered, if you're wondering what Forsnickered is, I mentioned earlier, every time we get a new member, I spin the wheel and I take a shot of whatever I spun. Anyone who, for every $10 donated, so 2 people donating 5 people donating 2, every $10 donated in a stream, I spin the wheel, take a shot of whatever it is. Heather? Bear with me one moment. Hold on 1 second for me, please. Hold on. You're fine. You go ahead and take a nap. You're good. Hey, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I thought it's going to sound horribly bad, and I don't mean to embarrass her. I thought one of our cats was rasping or choking. I didn't realize my wife had come down and fallen asleep on the couch, and she was snoring. It startled me for a minute. I thought one of the cats were in trouble. Oh, my goodness. But yeah, anyway, so for every $10 I spin the wheel, I drink a shot. And sometimes in a stream, people like to see how many they can make me drink. And forsnickered means I've gotten a little intoxicated. But always safely. Never drive, of course. The perk of this kind of job, right? All right, we need seeds. We're going to need a lot of seeds. Grab those Supremium. There it is. How much have I got in here? Another 64. That's going to help. It's going to help out a lot. I'm not going to do all the way to tier 5 seeds. To be honest with you, I don't need that much. I'm probably going to do maybe some tier 2. I think tier 2 seeds would be enough for all of these. I could probably do tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would probably make sense. It would probably make sense to have a higher tier for the end because it's going to take more to make it. Okay, that sounds good. I like that. Especially Jaeger in the mystery bag. Yes! One of them is I have to do Jaeger, and I hate Jaeger, and everybody knows that, so they like to make me drink it. And then the other one is there's a mystery bag. I'll show you. This is the mystery bag. Inside there are a bunch of little $1 shot bottles of the most disgusting alcohol of all time. I reach in, pull out 2, and whoever did that donation gets to pick which of those 2 I am forced to drink. The very first one I ever did was on the Extra Life stream, and it was extra dry gin, and it's still the worst thing I've ever done. You can get 2 shots of one of those bottles. The other half of it is still in there. And no matter how many times, I've yet to pull that out. I dread the day that it happens. But it will. One day. Oh, goodness. Okay, so we're going to need We're going to have to math. Hold on a minute. I'm going to have to math to make the right amount of seeds. I would like to have this done before the end of the stream today. I think it's cool. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. That works out well. 4, 8, 11. 110 seeds per block. I have 5 blocks, so I need 550 tier 1 seeds. That's where we have to start. To get those, I need these Inferium seeds. Luckily, I should have no problem doing that. Hang on a minute. Let me see what 150... I need a calculator. I'm not that good at math. 150 seeds... Oh, no. Right? 110 seeds, right. 110 seeds times 5 blocks is 550 divided by 64. I need 9 stacks. Okay, here we are. 9 stacks. 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'll do an extra stack just to be on the safe side. All right, right off the bat, we're going to take 2 stacks, and we're going to get Inferium going. I was originally going to put all of these in a compact machine, but to be honest with you, I don't think I am now. And the reason for that is they would all be coming out one tunnel, and I'm afraid it would clog. So let's go ahead and put these where they're permanently going to be. Where is that? What we got here? 1, 2, 4, 5. That'll work. 1. Gotta make sure I put these in the right order. Mess myself up. 1 at a time here. 2. 3. My wife doesn't normally come down here and sleep on the couch. That's why it startled me. But when we're done the stream today, I have to give her an injection of her medication. So she needs me to do that. So she's down here. So when the stream's over, I can give her her meds before. She only has to take a shot once a month, but I have to do it for her. Because of her seizures, her hands shake real bad. We don't want her stabbing herself. Let's start note. That's true. That's true. Last time I went to the liquor store, the lady behind the counter, even though I'm wearing a mask, she goes, "Hey, we got in some new really nasty, those little shots if you need them for your mystery bag." I'm like, I don't know how I should feel about that. But yeah, she did. All right. Before we put the seeds in, let's get this set. Extraction cables. I'm going to run 5 separate wireless. I normally wouldn't have to. You know, maybe not. I'll do 3 and 2. That makes more sense. 1. Okay. Oh, coop. Oh, wait, I've got this. I'll scrap it. A redstone torch. So here's something that it turns out a lot of people didn't know. So I've been telling people. Redstone torch. If you right-click on a redstone torch on a cyclic cable, it will not connect to the other cyclic cables. It's a way of keeping them from separating. So some people, it turns out, did not know that. Oops. Well, you got to not shift right-click. And you'll basically sever that end. It's almost like you're welding it closed. So I can put 3 here, and as you notice, they're not connecting like they normally would. This one doesn't even need one. Okay. So what I'm planning on doing, still going to have to add more cables to this. Let me grab... Yeah, it's a great way when you're building stuff and you don't want things to merge. Like I've got them in here in different places. I've used them so that different pipes won't connect to different things that I don't need them to. So, yeah. I mean, like, here's a good example. If you look in here, I didn't want this coming out to connect with the polymer chest that's coming in. You can see how it's yellow there. I singed that so that way it won't connect to those things. Very handy. I'm actually going to do a tutorial that shows that. It'll probably be a 2-minute tutorial. Probably the shortest one I've got, but I did not know how many people didn't know that. So I'm going to put something out that kind of shows that. Because I've had how to keep cyclic cables from connecting, basically, is what I'm looking at. All right, so now I need these. I'll do the same thing again. So here's the thing. I'm going to put a wireless here, and these two are going to share a wireless, which means I'm okay with that and that, but this side cannot connect Did it again. Don't hold shift. Just right click. I don't want it to connect. No. There you go. To that. That'll work. That will work. Oh, yeah. It definitely made a huge difference to me as well, especially when you're trying to build large automations, like in the chocolate farm and such. I was doing the chocolate thing. It makes a huge difference. And again, it's such a small thing. It's not really a how to use something, so it never dawned on me to do a tutorial of that. But I think it's something that people will help. 104 days of summer vacation. Sorry I missed that earlier, Quentin. I'm jealous. I missed those. Wireless. I'm going to need 2 of these. No, that one. 1 and 2. Ooh, ran in my face right into that wall, didn't I? That one's going to go there. That one's going to go here. Yes, that should work. One more cable. As you can see, these are connecting together, but these are connecting, but they're not connecting here, and they're not connecting in here. And the reason for that is it can cause clogs. This is a great way to eliminate clogs in your system, because you have things that are coming out of here and trying to go left and up. It just complicates things for you. So it's a great way of making sure that your pipes don't try to run circles around each other. All right, so those are built. All I need are 2 GPS. I'm going to do that now. The reason I'm doing that is as I start turning these on, 1, then 2, then 3, they're going to start kicking stuff out, which also reminds me. Yep, this one's backed up. That's what I was afraid of. Okay, we're going to turn that off for a minute because the system is not... since I added those steel seeds, it's too much for the system. I'm not going to need that Inferium farm that much anymore. Here, not in here. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Those are good. I need 2 GPS. Ooh, uh-oh, ran out of paper. Second GPS. I'm going to connect them both to this because I'm getting rid of the Inferium that's feeding into here at this point. I have enough Inferium to pretty much last me the rest of the game. So I'm going to sync both of these to this. Which means I could have run all 5 of these together, but I didn't because if they end up being too much, I can resync one of these to something else and not have to worry about separating those pipes. I found out if you jump on a wall, you can wall jump. That is correct. Wall jumping does exist. Sometimes. You got to line it up real carefully, and for some reason there's a few blocks that it won't work on. But yes, you can do some minor wall jumping that way. Again, one of those things that you never think to do a tutorial on. Just not thought of that way. All right, so what was I doing? Seeds. Oh, goodness. All that, and I put the seeds away. The whole reason we started that. Because as I fill up one of these things, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Then I'm going to move to the next one. So this first one is going to be our very first one. This is going to make our dark green. And I'm using tier 1 seeds in here because the lower quality of the Inferium, orange, blue, green, the lower the quality, the more it's going to make. Supremium takes a lot longer to make. So I'm going to have higher tier seeds in there. These dark green, if I was to put the same tier 5, the amount of the dark green I would have would just well beyond anything any human being's ever going to need. To be honest with you, I don't need any of this. But, you know, it's still kind of fun. I'm probably going to have to automate at least a few other crop seeds. So I have a feeling there's, you guys are, you know, we may come across something that's a pretty block, like a magnesium block you guys want me to build something out of. It's now all of a sudden I need 10,000 magnesium. I'm going to grow some seeds. All right, so there we go. That is all set. Now, as you notice, they're all growing, but nothing's harvesting yet because I left this turned off. There we go. Harvester should work. See if that works. Take a moment for it to pull everything. Yep, there they go. Those go in here, those go in here, those go in here. Theory, how many did it pull? Oh, there we go. Going right. Trying to make sure these things are working. Oh, I'm sorry. They're clogging up inside the pipe here. Till there's 64, they won't back up into the chest. I completely forgot that. All right, so there's one of those. Tier 1 is done. That will technically start feeding. There they go. Tier 1 is done. All right, so now we need to turn the rest of the seeds into Tier 2. Because then, you know, I'm going to... Each time I use them up, then what's left goes Tier 3. What's 4, and I'll have enough to do Tier 5. So now we're going to go to Tier 2. Whoa. This guy. Stop it. See if we have enough to do them all. I do not. Fine, it's understandable. Don't keep a lot of this stuff on hand, so we'll make some real quick. What a warehouse made out of MG? Like magnesium? That'd be an ugly... Magnesium's like this off pink. You all know I hate pink. Why is this not working? My game is lagged. Hold on. I may have just broke it. Old, but it goes... Hey, another late drop in from... Appreciate that, Dragon. There we go. Caught up. Why not create a filing cabinet for your essences that's connected to your system to prevent overfilling of your chest? I do have filing cabinets. These chests are what load into my chest. Because then I would have to connect each one of those blocks to the simple storage system, which would require a whole nother tunnel coming out. And I don't really want to do that. Again, normally I don't do this. Normally I don't do this because I don't need that. It's going to produce more essence than I'm ever going to need in one of these things. But the reason I did it is because it was this whole run of this Sky Factory 4 is to do stuff I don't normally do that the community wants me to do. So I don't automate things that aren't needed. I think it just is me personally. I think it's odd to automate something, right? It's odd to automate something that takes you 30 minutes to automate it, and you're only ever going to need 10,000. It would all be just as fast to manually make them. You know what I mean? So I try not to do what I call unneeded automation. But this time, I want a lot of stuff, so I have like 20K or everything. And there's nothing wrong with that. And 20K is a fair amount. Nothing wrong with that. I would like to have no less than 10 to 20K of any individual, especially if you're going to eventually make any of the singularities. You need 10K of those just to move forward. But nobody needs a million mulch. Ever. You're never going to use a million mulch. You're never probably going to use 1,000 mulch. Maybe, if you have playing for a long time, just have some crazy automations. You're never going to need a million mulch. So, I wouldn't do that. But this time, I'll build the automation because we're interested in it. There we go. Those are all tier 2. Now I can throw these in. I only need 2 stacks for the machine. We'll get it going. Singularities. That's correct. Unless you're a mulch a mulch salesman. I completely left them out of my equation. I take back everything I said. That'd be funny. So here in the near future, I'm still going to be streaming Sky Factory 4, but I'm going to be doing something a little different. And this won't be every stream. It'll be something I'll do every so often. I've mentioned to some of you folks, you may have seen it in previous streams, that I've just created a new third server that is Sky Factory 4 that's just for me. And in it, I'm going to go into creative. I knew that was going to happen if I didn't bring a hoe. Oh, so fat. I'm going to build games, let's plays, things of that nature. And then I'm going to invite members of the membership program into those and film games and let's plays, them doing the things that I build. Something I've wanted to do for a while. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So I will very likely also... It went away. How did it get fixed? Oh, well. I occasionally may stream me building some of those things. Now, that's going to be a little different than this. That's going to be me in creative, just trying to build interesting games and such. And you guys can help me design some of the stuff or have ideas to make some of the challenges better, maybe. There's going to be different ways we can do that. But, a second. I just want to make sure it harvests, and then I know I'm good. There we go. It's good. Let's see. 120 mulch. That's how many mulch you need. 1 for every sapling in the game at most. Anything beyond that's extra. But if you can get that many blue mulch, that's one for every tree, including the original vanilla trees and all of the Twilight Forest trees that are accessible. That is all of the saplings in the game. Sugarcane? You could do definitely sugarcane. I have... sugarcane doesn't grow in mulch. Sugarcane has to be in sand. Or snad. 7K wood in one file? That'll do it. Yeah, wood is the thing that's going to build up probably the fastest for sure. All right, so tier 2 is done. Let's check on our... what are the things that speed stuff up? Mod if... It's mod. Why am I forgetting the world? What's the thing that goes inside of an upgradable geothermal? This. Modifier. Thank you. Oh, my. Drawing blank on my own words here. All right. See if we can make some more of these. We've got some gold to do it. 3. Now I ran out of the redstone. That I expected. That I can deal with. Is it, a sugarcane will grow on mulch. Interesting. I did not know that. I've never tried, to be honest with you. That's awesome to know. Thank you for sharing that. Snad within 1 clock, like 6 minutes is all the cane you ever need. That's true. Well, it can depend. I do that with the red clock and such. I do multiple of them, but I do it in a compact machine, so I can automate the compacting to get that octuple block you need for the advancement. I have a tutorial actually showing that, oddly enough. But yes, I have a tutorial that shows how to automate it inside of a compact machine and how to auto compact it. Ooh, look at that. Exactly 8 stacks. That's delicious. All right. That is very delicious. Let's go put these in. I know I have it in the number 1 and 2, but I don't think I had enough for 3 and 4. 3. I normally, for just regular play, don't use the clocks and such because I'm just never going to need that much sugarcane. Unless I'm doing the octuple. The octuple, I'm going to crank it way up. But for the rest of this stuff, not so much. At this point, everything's full of power until I turn this on. So. All right, so we did tier 1 and 2. So now we're going to do tier 3 seeds. Tier 3. Orange. I know I won't have enough of that. Nope. Never have enough orange. Right in the middle, you know what I mean? It's irritatingly so. Gonna get a whole lot out of this. Probably gonna have to come backwards. Let's come backwards. That's back to 3 seeds. Still not enough. Seeds have I got? Tier 3. Tier 2. I still need 323 more. Wow. That's annoying. These are starting to come in. Oh! Wait a minute. Let's see. I remember when I got my first wither farm. Like 10K no star. I'll do it. I will do it. Need to break down more. Break down everything we got. Always put it back together again. Not going to be enough as it is, but it's a start. Tier 3 seeds. Still didn't have enough. Of 182. Means... Yeah. Do it. Seeds. There we go. All right, so tier 3 seeds we got now. Grab 2 of them, get them going. Speaking of stuff, my new projects have a vanilla 2 platform of spawning in the nether so I can level up my shuriken. A lot of people like the shuriken. Very popular thing. I'm not a fan, but a lot of people really, really likes the shuriken. It can do some good damage, and it's a ranged thing for sure. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't like using Tinker's stuff. I also don't like leveling things up. No time for that. I'm already doing that with data models. Those I can do automatically. Yay, automation. Oh, my eye is killing me today. It's allergy season for me, I guess. I'm normally not hit with it. Every few years, I'll have a bad allergy season. Worst allergy I have, dust, followed immediately by cats. Hey, guess what this basement's full of? Now that works, right? All right, can I do this without falling? Love the fast attack speed. Like I said, I almost always, if I can, I'm going to become an android and use a gun. Range, no ammunition, not worrying about loss or anything. I just like the gun. The yo-yo can be fun to play with though. All right, this one's done. On. Make sure it harvests. You're doing for wood in there. More than enough wood. Come on, harvest for me. There it is. All right. Your 3 is done. Probably going to have to kill some more withers. Probably don't have enough wood. Now, go back to tier 4. Turn all those orange back to blue. Oh, there was not a lot left. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to, unfortunately, have some more. Okay. Probably still good on skulls, but I'll take a few more. I've got 20,000. I can spare a few. And then we'll grab sand. Soul sand. I don't need this hellish matter for anything else. How many saplings do you put per one filing cabinet? 1. Never put more than 1. And the reason for that is, one of the biggest mistakes that I see people make is that they don't put a file in the machine for everything that the sapling makes. You have to do that. If you void out, which is what it's referred to, if you just let the items void out, it will continue to add more and more lag to your game. Because when something goes into a filing cabinet, if it doesn't have a file, the game doesn't know what it's supposed to do. It's trying to put it somewhere. If there's no file, it will eventually glitch it out. While it's processing that, it's lagging the game. 1 file, not that bad. You do that with a ton of saplings, every time it produces something that it has to figure out how to void, it will lag out the game. It's not something that a lot of people talk about, but it is known. That is a very big issue. A lot of people are like, I don't want to make the extra folder for leaves. If you have any problem with the game lagging in the tiniest bit, odds are it's because of your file folder. Take the time and put those together. It doesn't take literally but a couple of minutes. Like at the end of every stream, I go over here, I grab what's in here that I haven't done. Even if this is full, I'll have everything in cabinets in 10 minutes. It doesn't take long. So leave yourself a chest with files in it. And all I do is toss them in, grab it, toss them in, grab it. It's really, really quick. But if you stay on top of it, if you let everything load up and try to do 100 things at once, yeah, that'll take a while. But you're better off doing it as you make them. All right, modifiers. Need 4 more stacks. Not quite enough gold yet. That's okay, though. Getting close. Should be by the time we're done here. The autofolders can help. Although you may end up with folders of the same thing multiple times. Hey, some wither heads. Kind of clean that out a little bit. Speaking of trash, a bunch of it right here. Everything in there, here. It don't stack. I don't want it. Go. An auto folder will check to see if there's a folder for that. If it's something that can be a folder, it'll go into it automatically. The problem you run into that is it all comes down to where you put your cables. I'll give you an example. This is where my stuff goes into the system. So it's also where the system will come from to put into the filing folders, right? So say I have a filing cabinet way over here that'll hold apples, right? If any of the cabinets between there and here have an empty slot and an empty folder, it'll create a new one for apples. Now, if apples are here, it's going to go into it, you know? But that can make you end up with a whole bunch of double, triple, quadruple of the same one if you're not always careful to make sure your cabinets are going away from your source block. That's why I don't like them. I tried using them for a while, but every time I turned around, I'd have 8 of the same thing, which just takes up more space. Again, I just manually do it. I find that the manual thing doesn't take very long. It's not very hard, and I'm not that impatient. I just knock it out 10 minutes at the end of every play session, and I have it all caught up. Do I have enough to finish my last stack of modifiers? No, but we're getting close. Oh, I need that Supremium. You're going to need Supremium even more for the next step when we make the 5 seed. Ow! Damn it! You know when you get hit while being an Android, you get like a glitch effect on your screen for a second? Is there a way to get rid of that? Not that I'm aware of. Doesn't mean there isn't. It just means I've never had to find one. Give me a minute. We'll take a look. All right. Options. Video settings. I'm not seeing anything in visual. Options. I don't think there is. Controls. That's not going to fit anything. That's true. Now that is true. Yes. That's a good thing. So, for example, you look at this here where it says glitch time minus 20%. Those things will help lower them. Help lower how long that happens. But yeah. Supreme Essence, why don't you use Uncrafting Grinder and some tier 6 seeds? Because you have to make the tier 6 seeds first, and you need the Supremium for that. I mean, that's you can't make the seeds without having the Supremium to make the seeds originally. Yeah, my Inferior Farm is not a tier 6 seed, though. That's the whole thing. They're tier 1 seeds, or 2 seeds, or 3 seeds. To get to tier 6 seeds, I still have to go ahead and make those. And I use a harvester block which doesn't harvest seeds. Mostly because I don't want to clog up my system with seeds. But now, I rarely do I ever need them, to be honest with you. Again, what I'm building here right now, I would never do in a normal, regular play game. Because I just don't ever going to need this much essence. I'm doing it in this one just because somebody challenged me, kind of thing. It's one of the challenges somebody said they'd like to see me put together. All right, so we've got all the modifiers we need. Let's go back to making our seeds. We're making blue ones, right? Yes, tier 4 seeds. That's what it was. For this one. And again, each level I'm going, I'm having to make less and less. See how many I can make. That many. I have 84, so I don't really need that much more, so that's pretty good. Those. Probably enough right there. Tier 4 seed. Shwoomp. Oh, still got 41. Oh, wait, there's 172. There's more than I thought. Never mind. We'll still do that. 1 day to get from tier 1 seeds to tier 6 full farm, and after farming farm for like 5 minutes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, it doesn't, you're correct. It does not take really long at all. Again, my thing, and this is something we were talking about earlier, I normally don't automate things that are going to create things I don't need. I'm never going to need more than probably a single stack of tier 5 or tier 6 seeds. I almost never get that high. I run right now my Inferium farm is running on tier 2 and tier 3. And I'm sitting on almost 1 million Inferium. I'm never going to use that 1 million Inferium. There's no need for me to make higher seeds than that. I just don't need it. That's not counting all the Inferium that's still clogging my dang system. That is still working its way in. See? So much stuff. So much stuff. My bad. All right, so I clogged up my system. Well, that's just it. After I make 10,000, I'll probably never need essence again either. Once you have your supremium gear, your supremium tools, you make the few crops that you need, you're never going to need anything else. Make a folder or 3 for that inferium. Well, it's not, you only need 1 folder. I've got a folder. The thing is, the processing cable can only pull in 1 stack at a time. Regardless of how many folders I have, it can only pull 1 stack into the system. Something else has clogged it, though, and I need to figure out what that is. Oh. Never mind. I know what it is. I know what it is. I don't know if you're here. For any of you who are here at the beginning of the stream, you may remember me mentioning that a creeper blew this up and I had to rebuild it. I didn't turn the pipe back on. Nothing's been going in at all because I didn't turn the pipe back on. That's what caused the clog. Best Android pieces for an Android. Good question, Mr. Rando. There isn't one. Legendary are definitely the best, but it depends on what you value. Some people really want a lower glitch time. I don't care about glitch time. Doesn't affect me. Knockback resistance. I'm not worried about that. Battery use. I'm not worried about that because I use a huge battery. But speed and max health are important to me. But some people may want to do way more attack damage. I would be more likely to use this one because I want the speed and the health more than I want the attack damage. But if somebody wants a lot of attack damage, is going to focus on that. So really the thing I would recommend is look at the available stats. Only use legendary if you can. But look at the available stats and then find the pieces that give you the highest of those stats that you want. I focus on speed and health because I like to move really quick and I like to make sure I don't get one-shotted by anything, which can still happen even as an Android. But the other stuff I don't worry about too much. Most of my combat is ranged, so I don't worry too much about knockback, for example. Hello, Noel. Is there a way to efficiently get a lot? Mob farm. I mean, these all came from a mob, the regular mob farm that I have out there. I haven't done anything special. Given enough time, you can do it'll work. You may not have them all up front. You can just use anything until better ones drop. But there isn't. The only other way that could potentially do that would be to. Are there Android seeds? I don't think there's Android seeds, are there? There may be. Yes, Android seeds. You could grow them and just start killing them yourself. There's a chance it'll be legendary, but it's not guaranteed. I think you might be able to do it with this. Let's see. No, it's that. Let's see. Head, arm, leg. Doesn't look like they're legendary. I can get sniper rifles that way, though. Hello, Kai Garnet. Good day, good day. An Android spawner would help, too. Yeah, that's actually a really good call there, William. If you were to build an Android spawner block and put it in your mob farm, so it's just doing Androids, that would probably drastically increase it. If you still need them by that point. You know what I mean? Let me go grab the rest of that Supremium. We still got 15 minutes, and I've got to get this done before the end of the night. It's the challenge I've given myself as part of this. Grabbing the stuff I actually care about. Come back and trash the rest of that stuff later. I don't need nether stars ever again. I already have an automated nether star farm, so that's not important. So what was I making? The tier 3, wasn't it? Let's see, I've got tier 4 and I got tier 3. Yes, so I need to convert these 3 into 4. That's what I'm looking for. So for that I need blue. Dabo-D. How can you make a spawner? Why did that stop? Where's the rest of my Supreme? So to make a spawner, you use this. So you use a swab on an Android. That will give you DNA. I think it works on an Android. I've never tried. It still should. Then you combine it with seeds and a bucket of experience, and that will give you feed. You then give this feed to a chicken, it'll explode, and it'll give you an egg for the Android. Then you take that egg and you use it to change the spawner. If you ever use mob duplicates, you get mob chunks. I like using it with a fan and a Solium dagger to get all the seeds. I do not. I rarely have to mess with the chunks, unless I'm doing like wither seeds or something. But most of that I kind of avoid. Just because in Sky Factory 3, I used it a lot. But in Sky Factory 4, I just didn't need it as much. What? Why is this happening? Tier 4. How am I not having enough of this yet? 292. I'm going to stop it there. I've got enough to do tier 4 and tier 5. So I'm going to go ahead. I only need 2. Go get this one done. So we can get to the last one. I would like to have this done before the end of the stream today. Thank you for the warning, Turtle. Get the planting. Again, I made way more seeds than I was going to need to begin with anyways, but I mean, if I have some tiered seeds, they're not going to hurt me. Throw them in the trash can or something. This build here was just, again, it was challenged from the community. They wanted to see. I wasn't going to do this. I was just going to automate Insanium. Wanted them all. Like to mess with me. Love them for it. Doop, doop, doop. Doop, doop, doop. Doop, 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 doop. All right, that one's done. You, area, go. Sure, harvest. A minute. There. Good, that one's done. Okay. Sky Factory 3 after I complete Sky Factory 4. I really would. Sky Factory 3 is a very different experience and a ton of fun. So yes, I would very much recommend that. I'm still going to have to kill more Wither. Wow. I'm still going to have to kill more Wither. All right, let's use some essence for this instead. I've got nether essence going just so I can make sand as well. Made the ultimate Tinker Construct armor set. A lot of people like that Tinker armor. It's popular. Some. All right, so I need 2 stacks of 64, actually a little less, but 2 stacks of 64. We'll say 2 stacks at 120, which means I'm going to need 480 Supremium Essence. Darn it. I left some in the collector. Oh, good. I'll grab it. Ow. Oh, wow. That helps. Yes. Will you stop it? I had this problem earlier. Let's get started. Enough. That's enough to almost get a first stack. Very cool. Back to seeds. Here, 5 seeds. Enough to do 20. See, they want your booty, Draven. They do. Everyone wants my booty. It's delicious. Get rid of something. Need to funnel those into the trash. Automate that. Be careful not to chuck anything in there I actually want. I've made that mistake too many times. Getting there. We're all good. We all know I love to collect the heads, so. I probably could. Again, to be honest with you, after I build this, I'll never need it again. I already have Nether Stars automated a different way. So now that I'm about to automate Supremium and Inferium Essence, I'm just never going to need it, to be honest with you. As soon as these things can... Yeah, let's take a moment to do that. Hold on a minute. Take a second. me throw these in here. Throw that in there so I don't mess with it. Let's help this catch up a little bit. See how there's Supremium stuff popping in there? I have a Supremium farm, but none of it's making into this because it's so clogged still. Let's manually help it a little bit. Clean this out some. Gonna have to do this probably for like 20 or 30 minutes. That's completely my fault because I didn't realize I hadn't turned the pipe on. Right when I was first setting up the stream today, a creeper blew up right here and blew up part of my system. And I rebuilt it, I put the pipe on, but I forgot to activate the pipe. That's why I'm having such a clog problem right now. Catch this up. I also turned off the Inferium farm upstairs just because it was clogging and I didn't need it that much. See all the different essences that are now starting to spit in there? Oh, and earlier someone asked about uranium. I forgot about that. Another great source of uranium, well, a source of uranium, is a laser drill. Didn't even think about that. That's another place you can get uranium. It's where I usually get mine. I go mine it from the Twilight or I use the laser drill. All right, so there's something. That's not too bad. We'll grab those. We'll grab what the laser drill or what these guys have dropped, and that hopefully should be enough. Jim, what's up, sir? Got home? How did Subnautica? Subnautica went well, sir. Had a good time. I'll be streaming it again upon the morrow. It was very cool. And then there won't be, sadly, there won't be a Subnautica stream again until Wednesday. You know, what you gonna do? Deer seeds. I got 7 minutes. I got to get this done. Gonna be cutting it on the line here. How many does that give me? Tier 4, Tier 5, 18. Oh, right. I forgot. Who goes in here? Whew, scared myself for a minute there. Ow. Now my Tier 5 is 45. I'm almost halfway there. Boost of premium. Again, the automation is a slow process, what I've got in there, because I didn't crank it up a lot. If I'd have done 3 levels or higher seeds, it probably would have done more, but the goal, see, is still putting out stuff in here faster than I can pull it out. I'm going to have to turn some stuff off, get it caught up. Because I bumbled. Wednesday's your last day of middle school. Congrats, the turtle. Congrats, sir. The pipe got speed? Yeah, it's got 3 speeds and a stack upgrade. The problem was I forgot to turn it on earlier. A creeper blew it up, and I built it back, but I forgot to actually turn the pipe on. So now that I actually, that's everything why everything clogged up. Not only did it clog up, but every other system that feeds into it is probably clogged up as well. There's a ton of stuff rolling in from there. Yeah, that was my bad. My bad. Five seeds. Just needs so many, you know? Tier 5 seeds, sitting at 59. And I don't know if we're going to make this today. I mean, I could just put in what I've got. It's still going to work. I may not have them all in there. It'll still be working, though. And finish it up off camera. But let's go ahead and get it started. So at least it's producing Insanium. Throwing what few we got. Tier 5 seeds. All right, let's get that going. Up, that one. Tier 5. Yes, the stream went well, Jim. This stream has been a lot of fun, too. Had a lot of great folks come by today. A lot of new folks as well. Always good to see some new people pop up here. Always fun. Now, Jim, tomorrow night, you probably at work, but tomorrow night, we're going to be having a special for Snickered night. We're going to do something special for drink donations again, though I haven't decided exactly what yet. Let's see here. What's that swirly cone thing in the distance? Oh, I can help. Yeah, I can show you that real quick. So, project that I'm working on right now, like the last project was building the Gladiator Arena. That was before we're doing today. That was the challenge that was given, so I built one of those. What I'm doing right now is building a glass type dome thing. I'm going to build something into it, but me building this was relatively boring to watch, so I'm going to do a lot of that. The actual dome stuff I'll build off camera so people don't have to watch. Why is your Supremium stuff not enchanted? Doesn't need it. I am not, I guess what you'd call a min-maxer, is one of the terms they use. I'm not someone who's looking to get powerful gear, because you just don't need it in Minecraft. I'm at the point now there really isn't anything that that can kill me. I don't need to add anything more to that because of it. So, once in a while, if I wasn't using an Android, what do I do with my seeds again? 3, tier 4. Where am I? Oh, I already planted them. Oh my god, I already planted them. I forgot to turn it on though. But yeah, I forgot to turn this on. Oh, didn't put those in. Why is that not getting anything? Because I didn't whitelist anything. Oh my god. Got all the way to the end. And the very... That's going to take a little bit of time. My goodness. I am a giant fail sandwich today. With extra cheese. And no pickle. Alright. So, I can build the rest of the tier 5. But for all intents and purposes, it's working. It is now funneling out the essences. Making ourselves the things. And the stuffs. And all of the things. I did not have any Insanium. I doubt if I do now. I don't think enough will have come through there to make any Insanium yet, but we'll take a look. Ah, we made one. Woo! Boy, that clogged up again, didn't it? Look at all that. That's what I'll be doing when we get off the stream. Toasted cheese sandwich. They are delicious. All right. Look at particles flying around. Oh, it did in the distance? I gotcha. How to get a glass sword. You can't build one. There's supposedly a random drop or a rare drop in Twilight Forest. There's no specific place that I found you're more likely to get one. I've never seen anyone get one. So it may be disabled. It may not be available in Sky Factory. There are a lot of things from the Twilight Forest that you cannot get in Sky Factory. So, unfortunately, they're still showing the JEI, but there's just no way to get them, sadly. I'm going to be cleaning that out after this one. With more pipes from the chest, make it faster. Technically, yes. I just need to get it caught up is the problem. I just have, again, for 2 hours tonight, it sat there off, and every automation I have was filling up and filling up and filling up inside. So now I turned it on. Everything from all of those chests are all full, are funneling into this system. You can see all the different stuff that's popping in there. Everything from the mob farm to all of my the only thing I think that's not coming in here is the deep mob learning automation, the simulation chamber. That's the only thing that's not coming into this automatically. I did turn off the inferium, so there shouldn't be much more of that coming in. Same with this steel. Once it all comes in, there shouldn't be any more of that. So I turned the farm off. Temporarily. All right. Well, kids, it is 1 o'clock a.m. We've been streaming for 3.5 hours. And it has been a lot of fun. I appreciate that you've all come and hang out with me today. It has been very, very cool. I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's where we'll be doing 3 hours of Subnautica Below Zero. It just released today. I've done the first one in that. And then tomorrow night, we'll be back here again, same time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Because I do not stream Sunday mornings, there will be some special incentives for donations tomorrow that might end up in Draven getting the slightest bit buzzed. Maybe, we'll see. But I appreciate you all hanging out with me. As always, if you had a good time, please click like. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Check out my website, Onlydraven.com. There you'll find the ODG store, you get ODG merch, as well as you'll find links to all my socials. I would love it if you wouldn't mind giving me a follow on Twitter and Instagram specifically, and the other ones if you'd like. It would help out a lot. And I don't spam those things. I'm not one who's going to blow your feet up. I don't do that. What else? Yeah, that's about it. Thank you all for coming by and hanging with me. As always, a very special thank you to my members. Again, those of you who are members, your consistent support of the channel is greatly appreciated and has helped it grow into what it is today. As well as to the wonderful people who have been donating and tipping lately. That is very much appreciated as well and helps very, very much. And on top of that, an extra special thank you to my moderators. That's the folks in blue. They do a lot of work here. If you get a chance, say hi. We'd love it. Last but not least, we do have a Discord channel. If you'd like to join it, it's open to everyone. Again, on my website, on the very first page at the top is a button you can click on. Pulls you right in there. We'd love to have you in the Discord channel. Pretty active, a lot of great people. You folks have yourselves a very wonderful day, and hopefully we'll see some of you again tomorrow morning. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.